My name's Angelo, and fights are back. My name's Angelo. This is Jacob. Welcome.
What was that? Can we redo that?
Okay, here we go. We'll redo it again. My name's Angelo. This is Jacob, and fights are back. We're going to break down the entire UFC Macau fight card, giving you our picks, predictions, bets, and our DraftKings Fantasy Plays. Jacob, the break is over. I've got myself a nice little tan, if you want to call it that. Hanging out all weekend, soaking up the sun, preparing for this fight card.
It sounds like you were just talking about it before the stream. Sounds like you had a lot of fun. I just wish that I could be part of that fun sometimes.
I'll show every text where you were invited over on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I invited you to play pickleball Saturday morning. You were invited over Monday as well. You said no to every single invite. Shit ain't on me, dog.
I didn't actually respond to most of them, and you started getting a little bit pushy.
I was just following up. I was like 5 p.m.
Yeah, it was a little bit, because I actually was thinking about it. You were like, you said it was yesterday, you were like, think we're doing Kangjie and burgers and hot dogs at 5 if you want to join. And then 3 hours later, you said 5 p.m. And then a couple hours after that, you said still here, home frisbee. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Throwing? I was drinking. I don't know. Throwing frisbee?
And at that point, I was like, I know where this is headed. Like, I know this is going to turn into the touchy-feely Angelo, the come over here, buddy. Let's wrestle, buddy. Let's come on.
Dude, yesterday was a
Let's
great
get in the hot tub and wrestle.
Competitively, yesterday, I didn't lose a single game of beer pong. I didn't lose a single game of Can Jam. Then we played polls, which is more fun than Can Jam. Dominated that as well. I didn't lose a single game yesterday. I think it came down to my partner. I had a good partner.
I've ever lost a game of beer pong.
It's making a comeback.
Beer pong, and did you play cornhole? Because can you tell the people
we did not play cornhole. I always say
I have to be one of the best cornhole players in the world of all time. I'm unreal at it.
I always say Jacob's sneaky good at like hand-eye coordination games.
Everything. I'm good at.
If it's a hand-eye coordination thing, he's good at it.
I'm number one in the world, a predictor, number one in the world. And what did I do, Angelo, on the week off? Did I rest on my laurels?
What?
Did I sit there?
Laurel? What?
Did I rest on my laurels?
What's a laurel?
Did I sit there and just bask in my laurels? No.
What the fuck is a laurel?
What is the word?
I don't know.
When you're resting on your laurels.
I don't know a word that starts with L that could even fit in this context.
You've never heard that phrase? Resting on your laurels?
No, never. Never once. All right, listen.
Listen, no, I'm not done talking.
No, here, explain to him.
Because I didn't rest on my laurels.
You don't exercise any of these skills.
I didn't rest on my laurels, okay? I went out there, and what I started doing, Angelo? I started reading.
This guy said, that shit you fish with. That's pretty funny. A lure.
I started reading. I'm a reader now. I read a couple books. The Alchemist. Angelo, I'm sure you've read that.
You're just
fantastic,
fantastic
book. No, I'm leveling up. I'm making sure that I'm expanding my mind. And right now, I am like 40 pages deep into the Count of Monte Cristo. And wow.
Hey, how about shit fuck eater dirtbag shit liquor? I'm texting dead sober in the morning. Come over at 5 p.m. today. Oh, it's low-key annoying. Shut the fuck. You know how many people would love an invite from the big man to come hang out in the yard?
Yeah, you want to, yeah.
How many
a great
people?
One, because here's a text I didn't read. Ready? Here it comes. What? Come chill. Just dads and kids, beer pong and chilling. I sent a picture of the book I was reading. And I said, I'm too profound for such silly games. Finished another book today and started this 900-pound bad boy with the picture of the Count of Monte Cristo. Angel, how did you respond?
Probably called you a fucking nerd. That's nerd activity.
Gay! Gay!
Gay activities for sure. Oh, let me read. Oh,
and I said, saw a TikTok that the number one quality in a man that women look for these days is number one men that read. It's quite literally.
That's right.
It's quite literally the opposite of gay. And you said, no chance that's real. And I said, it's not
real.
Jersey Shore in the 2000s anymore, Angie. These women are developed and want strong minds.
No, they don't.
And I said, Dantes and Mercedes and Monte Cristo will guide me because those are the main characters. And you said, have it guide you here, beer pong and fun.
I sound pretty sweet during text. I've never read my own text back. I sound pretty sweet. You know what's not gay? Our local watering hole. Jacob, I'm presenting this to you for the first time. You went there.
Is this a sponsored thing?
We're talking about it. After softball, you came. We had some drinks. And every Sunday after softball, we go to Voodoo. We have some drinks. They have a stage. They have a big-ass screen. And so the owner came out one day when we were there after softball, and one of the guys in the
owner or that waitress?
The owner. The waitress was there.
Why'd you giggle like that?
Because the women were with us, and they're like, "What's her name?" Like, now we know why you guys come here. It's like, shut up. Anyway, the owner's out.
I think she was feeling me last time. Because I was like, she's used to like the old dads coming in with their like dad humor, and then she's like, "Who's this?" It's like the what is it? Man, what's the movie? It's like she's had the old bull. Now she wants the young calf.
It was the other way.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Yeah.
I was like, she saw the young calf come in. She's like, whoa, who's this tatted fucking?
Yeah, no.
I'm getting fucking juiced up again, man.
Anyway, owner came over and somebody quipped, "Hey, you want to sponsor our softball team?" And they're like, "We'd love to be a part of the community, blah, blah." So then I reached out after. And I was like, listen, if we're not looking for a handout in cash. Like, we'll get all our jerseys made, shit like that. But we genuinely
different jerseys for this season.
I have to, because it's dead summer and it's going to be 1,000 degrees.
Yeah,
so
look thick and dark.
yeah, they are heavy. I'm going to get new ones made. So anyway, we were talking to them.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little thick and dark.
I was like, we also have this like podcast and like we could do a live show here. Like, I was like, I don't have an ask for you, which is never something you should do in a negotiation. I was like, I don't have an ask, but we genuinely enjoy this place. We come here all the time on our free will and would just love the idea of supporting a local business that we actually frequent. And so we talked about the idea of doing a live show there on their stage. Not one of these. I said, I can't do one of the, because she checked out the husband and wife that own it. She checked out the website the YouTube channel. And I was like, what'd you think? She's like, it's good. Seems like your audience loves you guys. You talk about sports. Like, that's our core audience, adult men who like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's good. And
we should do a show where it's like me and you, and then we pull names out of a bucket, and I'm actually just kind of brainstorming this right now. It seems like it'd be a good idea. And it'd be like comics, like comics sign up and then they come on stage and they'll have they just get like, I don't know, like a minute or so to like just kind of do a little minute of comedy. And then after that minute, we would sit there and kind of interview them and stuff like that, find more stuff about them. And it could be like a live thing and stuff. I feel like that would work well.
That and your taco idea, you put those two things together.
I did invent that.
You're retired. You did not invent the taco.
I invented. Nobody has ever thought about putting a crunchy taco inside of a soft taco.
Anyway, I'd love to do a live show here. I told her, I was like, we can't do the Tuesday shows are too structured. I cannot do a structured show there. I can't do it. But we could do something else. So let's brainstorm. Let's go. Let's do something. Maybe we bring in that small dork that also lives in this town. And the three of us do something, MMA trivia, maybe just some, I don't know. I literally don't know what it would be, but something. And the reason I'm bringing this up here, anybody who's watching this, email us, comment, DM, if you live in the DFW area and would go to some sort of, I'm not going to call it a meet and greet because it would not be that. I'm not shaking your
fucking hands.
We're not popular enough for a meet and greet. It would literally be like a live show, but we would need people to come there and like spend money at the bar. Otherwise,
and pretend like I'm somebody. So I'm fucking
banging. And all I want in return, just let us run a tab. You don't need to pay us. Let us run a tab. Take a tab.
Shit.
How cool would that be? You walk into your local favorite watering hole and you got a tab. Put her on Angelo. Huh? That's the dream. I already have a sandwich named after me. The next best thing is having an open-ended bar tab. Like, I mean, I'm living it out. I'm what Bert Kreischer wanted to be. He's like too much of a party animal. I've got a nice balance of hanging out, doing the right thing, raising the kids, being here for everybody.
A couple hours in, we could get you to take off your shirt. Like Bert.
Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Anyway, genuinely.
The goal would be to take off a shirt. 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, we're taking the shirt off.
Yeah, that's fine. But more of a goal weight, honestly. If we start getting to 80,000, it's like, yeah, let me do some fucking sit-ups real quick. Let's get this weight down. So yeah, let us know if this is something you would even give a shit about. If you live in the general area, would come. I don't know what the show is. If you have an idea for a show, let us know that too. This is like a straight up local. There's a couple of these, but this is like a independently owned. Like, I'm not going to call it mom and pop because it is a brewery and there's more than one, but it's privately owned. It's not just some giant conglomerate. And these people only owe this one in the town I live in. So let us know if you'd come to this type thing. Also, let us know what you think of these fight cards coming up. Did you know we're in the window? We're only, 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away from the White House card? We're right there. Sunday afternoon. We're right there.
My mom just texted me today. She's like, are you going to go to that card at the White House? So that's how big this thing has gotten.
That even
my mom doesn't know anything
yeah.
about anything. She's like, are you going to go to that card? I was like, I don't think I'm quite at that level to be able to go to that card.
Oh, yeah. Well, the invite
it's like military
only,
and VIP.
Yeah. As it should only be military for sure. Like, it's invite only for that piece. And I'm not going to go.
Dual citizenship all of a sudden is pro-America. Very interesting.
You're doing it on the White House.
How many of your family members died in these wars to defend our country, Angelo? Because I got plenty of them.
They lived. They didn't get captured. My grandfather did fight for America as an Italian.
Bullshit.
So, bing bong. Not for America. With America. Not for America. Fought with America. He was an Italian infantryman, fought with America. Anyway.
What side would you have been on in the Civil War?
I'm a northerner. Would have been on the north. Where you are from is the questionable side. Not me.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln grew up in Indiana. This is boyhood home.
Did he really grow up in Indiana?
I fucking love black people.
Why is it so racist to this day then?
What's racist?
You go to those country towns in Indiana. It's not the most welcome.
I mean, you got to be careful a little bit.
Yeah. Guys, these are the cards we have coming up. We have the Macau card. The main card of the event we're about to break down is absolutely spectacular. The Horiguchi-Manel Kape fight matters very, very much. I'm interested to see what happens between Bilal Muhammad and the better Bonfim brother. But the most important fight card, potentially of our generation, certainly of the year.
R.I.P. Elmer.
Elmer? Jesus.
What's wrong with that?
It's a fucking dumb name.
He was killed in France, 1944.
I get it. Elmer. The White House card. So every pick, every bet, every tool, artificial intelligence, every single freaking thing we do is available right now, this instant, for all of these cards. I have a White House card bets on the board already. We've got bets for this fight card already. We've got everything you'd ever want or need. It's freaking $10. No breaks. Gets us clean through the big boy card. We have 2 fight cards, then the White House, then we have the Manel Kape Horiguchi fight card.
Are we going to OKC?
I'd like to, yeah. Once that's officially, that might be Ian Gary. What they say that main event might be? It was a good one. I just saw it. Oh, DDP and Kamaru Usman is the rumored main event for OKC.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Usman's a little bit boring. I've been to an Usman main event before with.
Yeah, but that was because he could just take somebody down and hold him down. That might not be the same luck.
We kind of just saw that with DDP, but
we did.
I don't know. But that's yeah, I hope because I really want to go to I want to go to International Fight Week and stuff, but
fuck it.
Yeah, Connor, with those fucking prices, it's like not like
it's not the first time.
And it's not like we can go to that and then there's like a few weeks and then we can still go to OKC
right after.
The very next weekend. So it's like
yeah,
you can't fucking do that. But I'm hoping we go to OKC because Dione Barbosa's there and
we've already been hoodwinked into going to Vegas for a Connor fight that didn't happen.
You said what now? What was that word?
Hoodwinked means tricked, bamboozled. You never heard that term before?
I think it's racially charged.
No, it's not. WeWantPicks.com. Well, now you have me worried. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. at the top. After that, hey, send some mail. We're filming a vlog for UFC Freedom 250. I might be filming a vlog this weekend as well. I think I might be going to RAF. You declined because you're like, I'm going to be up and I'm going to be tired. But I might be going to RAF. If I'm going to RAF, I'm vlogging it.
What's at RAF? I actually don't know if I'm going to stream this card.
Well, then why don't you just decide not to and come to RAF?
Where's it at? Arlington?
Yeah. Not at Cowboys. At some other venue.
What time is it? Like 6 or something?
Okay, yeah. We'll figure that out off air. But yeah, let's go. And our buddy Alex, who lives here, the one who works for UFC Strike, he got himself some floor tickets, and they were like $100-something. Like it's a good deal. The events seem a ton of fun. So
if we go,
Josh just has a bunch of tickets and passes. And he said, does Jacob want to go? So I asked Jacob. Jacob said, I think I'm going to be tired from streaming.
Josh Thompson?
Yeah, backstage, all of it.
Yeah, I think
press credentials?
Yeah,
I think I would. You know what? Oh, Saturday?
Oh, yeah. I forgot I have I got to wash my hair.
We want picks. P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas 75078. I actually have a box of cards. There's a YouTube card collector that sent us a box of cards to open and said, hey, open it, give away the autograph. So we'll do that. Not for this. Maybe we'll do it in the vlog, something like that. Send something for the vlog. We want picks. P.O. Box 406. Did I get what?
Pair of gloves.
Like somebody mailed them?
Yeah.
No, there's this box here. I don't think gloves could fit in this. This is the only box I haven't opened that I don't know what's in.
I think gloves can't fit in that.
MMA gloves? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That might be what's in here. Do you know the person? Do you know the... All right.
No, I don't know. But somebody said... Somebody told me something that they sent, and it was like a really cool thing, so...
All right, let's try it real quick. This is for the vlog.
Like the video, subscribe if you're new. We'll get to the breakdown here in just a minute, but
yeah, guys, you haven't had us,
so we gotta catch up. Angelo doesn't ever talk to me outside of these streams, so if I want some sort of friendship and human contact, I gotta fucking take advantage of these moments.
Yeah, here it is. I'll read the note. Oh shit!
Is it?
This is fucking sick.
I told you. It's what
I'm going to read the note. This is fucking sick. I'm going to read the note. I told you.
I knew it. I knew you'd love it.
This is fucking sick, dude. Uncle Ange and the freckled salad. Dude, this is sick.
I told you. I knew. That's why I was waiting for you to be like, holy shit, this person just did this.
That is sick, dude.
Yeah.
Handwritten note. I love the handwritten ones. Is this from a woman? No, it's a man. This is phenomenal handwriting. It's a longer letter. We're going to read it real quick. What's up, boys? I hope you enjoy the gloves. I want to show my appreciation for years of content that you've been putting out. I've been watching the YouTube channel for years, and I've been a premium member for at least 2 years. Best deal in the industry. Jacob, I want to specifically thank you because on 6-6 on... Because that word's hard to read. I am 6 for 6 on max bets because of you. O'Malley versus Aljo. Watch the footwork round 2 KO. Bilal versus Leon. Usman should use the blueprint for Leon's pressure. JDM versus Bilal. JDM is going to box his ears off. DDP versus Izzy. Strickland solved Izzy. Pressure. MVP versus Shara. Better striker in a mostly striking matchup. And Van versus Tyra. I've seen him pass the test. I actually remember all of those, obviously, because I was here for him.
Number one in the world.
I now use better striker in a mostly striking matchup. He goes on to say, Angelo, you're tall, you're handsome, you're beautiful. No, he said, Angelo, thank you for keeping everything together, continually improving the website and getting content out early and often. The fact that you do this with a full-time job and a family is actually super impressive. Since 2024, I've been saving all of the units, $4,200 won, and recently put it into UFC cards to start my own shop on whatnot. I would appreciate a shout out, but totally not necessary. Of course, we'll shout you. Let's go. We want picks for this money. Whatnot is, I'm going to put this in the vlog too. Octagon_collectibles 25. His eBay is Octagon_collectibles 25. And it's Blake Cass, and he says it's all love. There's the Whatnot and the eBay. All right, I got to open it. I got to show you the gloves. All I saw was the tip. This is incredible.
Is it what now?
Yeah. This really is fucking sick. I'll show you. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. It's a Dan Ige signed glove, except this one signed and it says, "Thank you, Dan." That's incredible. That really is so cool, dude.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, that's so cool. Thank you, Blake. Give Blake a shout out. You got to support the people who support us. Octagon_collectibles. And anybody bitching that this intro is too long, there's chapters, just fast forward. That is sick.
Don't want anything there for me?
I'll give you the other glove. There's two gloves.
I thought he said there was something on there for me.
Let's see. Hold on. No.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah. _Blake. What collectibles? Well, thank you, Blake. Let's go ahead and kick off this show. We're going to open up the UFC Macau fight card with Loma Lookboonmee taking on Jaqueline Amorim. Loma Lookboonmee, 10-4 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She is coming off that bully loss to Alexia Tainara, taking on Jaqueline Amorim, 10-2 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She's coming off that decision loss to Mizuki. This is a fun fight, and you people bet the shit out of this line. Loma Lookboonmee was more than a 2-1 dog, and now the dead even odds. She was the consensus underdog, like favorite, meaning everybody loved her as a dog. Clearly the money's been coming in because this line collapsed on itself. Loma Lookboomee's good at everything. She's a good Muay Thai striker. She's added wrestling. She has some takedown defense, nothing great, but she's got good volume. She can get her own takedowns going. If she is taken down, however, she kind of just stuck there. She doesn't do a lot. She doesn't have a ton of power, but she's busy. She's absolutely tough as shit, and she's willing to get after it. She did just lose to Alexia Tainara, where she was taken down 5 times and really just bullied because Alexia is one of the bigger women in the division. Take it on Jaqueline Amorim, talented grappler, no gi and BJJ gi world champion. She shows blast doubles, a ton of submissions. There is random power in her hand. She's kind of a threat everywhere. Problem is, her takedowns kind of stink. And if you bully her and you take her down, she's just trying to play the jiu-jitsu game instead of getting out of there, creating scrambles and moving on. And that's what we just saw with Mizuki. Mizuki wasn't afraid of jiu-jitsu. Mizuki took her down. Mizuki hung out there. And the reason this is a tough pick for me, and ultimately I am going to pick Loma, and I picked her 2 weeks ago before everybody loved her here, is because, yes,
damn it.
What?
Just some horrible fucking news.
What's the horrible news?
Jesus Aguilar has been cut.
And that's horrible for who? Jesus? Yeah. I'm going to pick Loma here. She's busy as hell. She is like way too small for this division. She was bullied in her last fight, but that is not how Jaqueline fights. Jaqueline needs to get this fight to the ground. Loma's got too good a footwork. She's going to be the much better striker here. And as long as she can avoid being taken down, Loma should win this fight. We just watched Jaqueline end up being submission or bust. If she doesn't find a finish early, she's got nothing else to offer. Nothing at all. She's just hanging out, trying to make takedowns work that aren't going to work. On her back, she's just chilling, legs up, not finding submissions. So I do think Loma wins this fight, but if Jaqueline gets the takedowns, it's going to be kind of a mess of a situation. I don't think I'm going to bet money line here. I think over 2.5 is probably the safest spot because they're both incredibly tough. Jaqueline's definitely more dangerous of the two, but Loma's so tough it won't matter. What do you think, Jacob?
If I'm betting against a beautiful Brazilian, which Jaqueline, how you doing? You know, beautiful. Absolutely like the way that you move on the ground, throw those legs up, all sorts of ways. You should probably listen to me. I'm not right all the time, but usually it goes pretty right. I'm a fan of Loma Lookboonmee, but Jaqueline, every time she's fought an actual, like, competent fighter, she's looked fucking horrible. She fought Sam Hughes, she gets the early whatever, and then she just starts fading, and you're like, oh, well, it was her UFC debut, she'll learn from that, whatever. She fights Montserrat Ruiz, who's not a fucking, she's like an atom weight, like a teeny, tiny whatever. Ends up getting the finish versus her, but she had to get to, like, some sweeps and stuff, and that, even in that one, she was, like, pulling guard into the third round. Fights Corey McKenna, it's like, what I yell in that fight, Corey, just don't shoot a takedown and you're going to win the fight. She, like, shoots a takedown immediately straight into a fucking armbar. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Vanessa Demopoulos, she kind of cheated to win that fight, found the armbar, and Vanessa's not really a UFC fighter. Polyana Viana, God bless her soul. Probably isn't a UFC fighter either. We just learned that. Submitted herself. That was one of the wildest things. Have you ever seen that in the jiu-jitsu room? Did you even know that was a thing?
I've seen it with a wrist before, like gi. I've never seen it with an ankle before. But then when I saw the video of breaking it down, I'm like, it is the exact same shit as the wrist, just was the ankle. And sorry, credit to Alice, because at first I was like, that was a fucking accident.
Yeah,
but then she showed the video that it's like, oh, that was not an accident. She purposely stepped over.
I thought that was too, like, she was like, all of a sudden was just like, oh, look at this, and leaned back just to see what would happen. I thought it was like, oh my God, look at that. But you're right. She stepped over and she knew, because the second she started leaning back, she was started like smiling about it, like, oh, she doesn't know what's about to happen here. But Polyana, probably not a UFC fighter. And then we saw her against Mizuki, and she was like, what, a minus 400 favorite in that fight? Because everyone's like, Mizuki, like, what does she really know? She hadn't really been active in the fighting and stuff. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, you just defend a couple takedowns, or you don't even have to defend early takedowns. You just have to be able to survive the first round. And then she's not going to be able to get another takedown. And then you win the fight. Every time she's fought a competent fighter, she fucking doesn't win. She doesn't get a finish, and then she looks fucking horrible in the second and third rounds. And Loma Lookboonmee is a competent fighter. She's been taken down in the past. She's been out wrestled in the past. That fight against Tainara is a much different fighter than Jaqueline Amorim. I know Tainara, Team Heba, she is a very aggressive striker. She is a very physical, like, grappler with a body lock and will just fucking throw you around, a big physical girl, and she can do that for 15 minutes. Jaqueline has shown time and time again she cannot do that for more than like 5 or 6 fucking minutes. So if she gets Loma down and submits her, it is what it is. But Loma is a competent fighter who's at Bang Tao, that trains with the Hickman brothers, that rolls around with fucking Craig Jones and all them, all that. Like, she knows fucking jiu-jitsu. So even if she does get taken down, she's going to know how to stay safe. And then when the second round starts, this fight's fucking over. Because Loma does have offensive wrestling as well. But that Muay Thai is just so fucking nasty. I do worry a little bit with the Muay Thai early, catching the kicks, a lot of kicks, get the return, stuff like that. But I'm a big fan of Loma in this fight. Jaqueline, just every time she's come up against somebody that knows kind of half what they're doing, she's getting fucking smoked, and Loma knows what she's doing. So there's always an opportunity. She's very good on the ground that she's able to find something, but Loma stays safe on the ground early. If she gets taken down, she's fucking punishing this girl. So I like Loma. I bet Loma, and it just is what it is. Like, she's just the better fighter. Like, Jaqueline is not a real fighter. She's not a real fighter.
I listen, I'm with you. What the Mizuki fight was, I feel like I bet Jaqueline, because I remember being insanely annoyed at that fight. But that was the first big exposure there, because we've seen Jaqueline lose before. She wasn't undefeated going into that fight. She had one loss. But watching her get, like, taken down and bullied by a UFC newcomer was like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You're just chilling on your back? Come on. Make something happen. And she just couldn't. So I'm with you here. We're both on the Lookboonmee side. Obviously, if you were there early and you got it at plus 210, good on you. Everybody else dealing with the even money, she will definitely become the favorite come fight night. But if you do want to check out every bet that we have, including what Jacob did, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. It's only $10 for access to every single thing we offer, and that will include UFC Freedom 250, objectively worst named fight card. UFC Freedom 250. I don't know why they didn't just stick with the White House card or UFC White House. You agree? UFC Freedom 250. Doesn't that sound dumb?
Who cares?
I do. I have to keep saying it. I had to type it out. It took up a whole freaking the subject line.
It sounds like you're anti-America. It's 250 years since I'm
anti the naming convention.
Our independence.
Don't love the name. Next up at UFC Macau, we have Kangjie Zhu taking on Rodrigo Vera. Kangjie Zhu is 21-4 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 years, coming off that road to the UFC tournament win, taking on Rodrigo Vera, 21-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5, and this is his official UFC debut. Kangjie Zhu, very powerful striker.
Are you saying that right?
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
She.
Yeah. What are you thanking me for? What he does lack in volume, because he's not a high volume guy, he will make up for it with raw power. He's very tense. He is ready to throw at any moment, but he waits for the perfect opportunity. He's got good kickboxing, does a really good job setting up those kicks with his hands. Takedown defense, just okay. But if he is taken down, he does not settle. He's squirming. He's moving. He's always trying to work his way back up. When he throws with power. He's constantly looking for a finish. He is coming off that decision win over Ban Zhao, whatever, and the road to the UFC tournament win. He's taking on Rodrigo Vera. Very aggressive fighter. Has no problem slugging it out. No problem pushing a grappling game plan. When he is striking, he is throwing with raw power at an incredible pace. He's not exactly keeping things tight or worrying about the footwork. When he's grappling, he's shooting real takedowns. He's throwing his opponents to the ground. He's hammering away. He's got great clinch work, massive knees, good elbows, great top pressure, very good on the ground. He's a real prospect, an exciting addition to the roster, and he's going to be the pick. I was surprised to see that these odds are anywhere near where they are. The minus 250.
Who'd you pick?
Oh, Rodrigo, confidently.
You're picking the Peruvian in China? Shishi.
Correct. The Chinese people are very...
Whoa, can't wait to see where this one's going to go. Chinese people are what?
Very honorable people, and I can trust the judges to do the right thing. I'm trusting the judges that if Rodrigo wins this fight, he wins the fight, and we're not going to get some insane homer
Asian?
robbery. Rodrigo Vera at minus 115 feels like the deal of a lifetime. So I'm picking him. I'm betting on him. I don't know why these odds are this close. I get he's a UFC debut, and some people, frankly, I don't even know. I don't know why people are looking at this and thinking Kangjie is going to run right through him. The fight experience is about the same. Rodrigo Vera is way more aggressive. He is the better grappler. I think he wins this fight. Kangjie's takedown defense is not good enough to deal with the pressure here. Vera's wrestling is too good. On the ground, he's too good. There's the pick, and I'm pretty confident there. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, you're on an island on that one. Me and the Kiwis.
Everybody else picked Zhu.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I don't see a bet on Vera. You just kind of waiting for the odds.
I was waiting for the odds because they continue to collapse.
Okay, looking forward to that one. I'm on the Zhu side on this one. Listen, everything that Angelo said about Rodrigo Vera is probably true. A little bit overzealous, I would say, a little bit exaggerated, I would say, in that regard. But I'm not going to rest on more laurels on that breakdown. Rodrigo Vera is a very well-rounded fighter. He's very well-rounded. He's got takedowns. He's got good striking. He's 21-1 for a reason. Level of competition is what it is. It's always going to be like that on the regional scene. He always talk sometimes about level of competition, especially on this card and stuff like that. But it just is what it is sometimes. You can only fight who you fight, and he's fucking beat 21 of the people that he's fought, and that's a fucking fantastic record. But nothing really jumps out where I'm like, wow, this guy is he's a tough dude. He's got good striking. He's got good wrestling, but everything is he's just a very solid fighter. And against a guy like Zhu, that definitely can be good enough to get it done. Because Zhu is a guy that is going to be, I don't want to say a first round or bust type of guy, but when you look at his 25 pro fights, Angelo, 13 of them have ended in the first round, 0 in the second round, 0 in the third round. 12 of them have gone to a decision, which is just a weird little caveat there. I thought when I do the deep dive research, that's why I'm number 1 in the world. I just noticed that he's never had a second or third round finish. And then, anyway, a lot of power in his hands. Good striker, a lot of power. He's going to be live for the knockout early. So this might be like a live bet situation. Angelo hasn't made a bet on Vera. You might fucking just wait. I don't think that Vera's going to get the takedowns early. I know that Zhu can't get taken down, but as you mentioned, he's a squirrely guy that can get back to his feet. And that guy that he was taken down, that guy attempted what was like 31 takedowns or something in that road to a UFC fight. And that guy was like a what is he? Like not an Olympic qualifier, but that was like one of the better wrestlers like in the fucking world. Like, I mean, he's a really good wrestler. He's defending those takedowns and do that type of stuff. So I'm going Zhu here because I do like his power early, and I don't see a lot of fucking anything that really jumps out on me like with Vera, but I didn't bet Zhu. So I respect your opinion, Angelo. I think that you could be right. I don't know. I don't see a lot of the confidence in Vera. I don't know. Like, what does he do great?
He's the much better wrestler. That's what he does. He's got great cardio, great forward pressure, and he's got very good wrestling.
He's a better wrestler, but if he doesn't get the takedowns, then what?
He's still charging forward, swinging away. He's not afraid to engage.
Yeah, man,
and he doesn't slow down. He's got great cardio.
I like he keeps that elbow high on those fucking, rolls those knuckles over again.
He opened as a minus 250 favorite for a reason. And obviously lines move because I just argued the exact opposite on the Loma Lookboonmee fight. But still, people saw it. They understood.
He's a great clinch fighter. Watch the tape. Drew's not gonna. He doesn't hang out. He doesn't let people. He wants to be in space. He wants to throw the heavy shit. If the fight progresses, it's gonna favor Vera. The longer the fight goes, it's gonna favor Vera. But he's gonna have to go through the fire early.
I just like he's not afraid to engage. He's gonna come forward, shoot a gazillion takedowns, and that's it. Now I am worried about Ty goes to the runner type situation. You're in China fighting a Chinese man.
I just thought they were.
But I'm trusting. No, I'm trusting the judges. But I that's always a concern. Ty goes to the runner. Always a concern. We factor that in everywhere, except Vegas. Vegas doesn't give a shit about you. We're split. Jacob and I are on opposite sides of this prediction. We don't have any DraftKings pricing because this is a new fight. Rodrigo is stepping up on somewhat short notice, couple of weeks, nothing outrageous, but he is stepping up on short notice here. So we don't have DraftKings fantasy pricing. What we do though is have tiebreakers. If you need a tiebreaker, we have an artificial intelligence. We have Betsam, who's the greatest better this space has ever seen. We have Artem, one of the most functioning autistic men this place has ever seen. We call him the regional rain man. He's crushing those cards. So go to one of the tiebreakers. We have Kunith. Kunith's doing, I think he's up money 3 the last 4, 2 the last 3, something like that. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's $10 for all of it.
Kunith's right there up there. All 3 of those guys are, they're all chasing me, but they're up there in the standings for
the accuracy.
One of the best predictors in the world.
Kunith's pick accuracy has always been very good. He takes risks with bets. It pays off or it doesn't. He's just like, here's a parlay, 4 of them are dogs. It's like, damn. Jesus. All right. Good luck. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top.
You missed a super chat, by the way.
There's a couple. I'm letting them build up and then I'll do them all at once. Only because we've had so many between opening the gloves and the 20-minute intro. I'm trying to get some momentum.
Yeah, I think it's just because you didn't like the way that one was written.
I didn't even read it yet. I'm just letting them pile up.
$1.99 from Ubata. I pause the live when the guy on top speaks. Don't blame him.
Yeah, to jerk off. That's why he pauses it, to jerk off.
Speaking of jerking off and peniles and stuff that.
Don't do it.
I was at the gym today, and typically, I know, Angela, you don't go to the gym, but it's a place where people go, they lift weights and stuff, and you can go into the back of the gym and change in and out of your shorts. You can shower and stuff like that. And typically, in my experience of being in gyms, anytime there's an old naked guy walking around, he's got just an absolute hammer on him.
That has not been my gym experience.
Every time I've ever been in a gym, the guy's walking around, hands on the hips, trying to start conversations, the thing's dangling between his knees, and it's like, holy fuck. I remember just being like, do they all look like that? Well, guess what?
Ears, they just never stop growing.
Well, guess what? Today was the first time I saw a micro. Old guy walking around. That thing was like, have you seen the picture? I think I posted a picture of it or something to you before. Like the Shrek with the micro penis or whatever, something like that, dude. I saw this guy today and I was like, okay. Started puffing out my chest a little bit. Like, okay. He's walking around with that thing. These girls are lucky to have me.
Yeah. There you go. You set the bar. Hey, congrats on all the success. You've seen more penises than you should have. That sounds incredible, honestly.
It was nearly inverted. It was, I almost asked him if I could take a picture of it.
Can I put my finger for scale, please? All right, let's stop.
What was that? Penises. You said what? You wanted to do what with it?
Use your finger for scale next to the wiener.
And if he was a grower, my God, good for him. Imagine going from that to a fucking baby arm. That's like a full show.
There's not enough blood in the body. You could just set her
down on the couch and be like, watch this. And she'd be like, holy fuck.
It inflates like a
you win a fucking Oscar slowly. On that thing. Yeah. Yeah, those fucking bounce castles. Like, here we go.
I'm not going to talk about penises anymore. I'm going to break down this fight. Are you ready? Next up,
a couple beautiful women.
At UFC Macau, we have Angela Hill taking on Jingnan Xiong.
She.
Angela Hill, 18-6 in her career, 2-3 in her last 5 on an unfortunate 2-fight skid. Jingnan Xiong, 19-2 in her career, 5-0 in her last 5, making her UFC debut. We'll start with Angela Hill. We all know Angela Hill by now. High IQ fighter. She has fought a who's who of the division. She has fought every best strawweight fighter on the planet, and she has been doing so for like 10 years. She's a very good fighter. She's got very good distance striking. She manages range really well. She's fast. She's clean. She's accurate. The high IQ. She can basically compete with anybody, and she's losing to some of the best women on the planet. She'll exploit some rookie mistakes. She's always well prepared. She's always ready to go. She did just lose to Fatima Klein, where, yeah, it was not her fight.
By the way, Fatima is the female in the Alchemist book that I read at the end there. The girl name that he meets that he really falls in love with.
That's a great little tidbit. Well, our audience loves to read too, so they're gonna
type it 2 in the chat if you love the Alchemist. Let me just show Angelo something real quick.
Yeah, okay. Where a lot of people thought Fatima was gonna run through Angela, and while she won that fight, that didn't quite go the way people thought it was going to. She's taking on Jingnan Xiong. Jingnan Xiong is former ONE FC world champion, but she's in the UFC now because ONE FC cut the ladies. The ladies are gone. No more lady divisions. The UFC scooped up Jingnan, and I'm a little bit surprised because she ain't young. She is 38 years old. So I went back. I did the tape study. Insanely powerful striker. She just moves forward and bombs away. The power is wildly impressive for her size. She has 10 knockout wins. And you would assume, like, 10 knockout wins, she's got to have clean technique. No. She just moves forward and swings her ass off. It's looping. It's wild. She's also insanely hittable herself. But she's tough, very, very dangerous. She can grapple, but that's never something that she's trying to do first. She wants to knock your head off if she has to, then she'll grapple a little bit. I am surprised, as I mentioned, to see her in the UFC at 38 years old because there's no way she was cheap. The UFC definitely spent a lot of money on her. And on top of it, there's not like a long career ahead of her. If she doesn't get a couple of quick wins that they could try to turn into something.
Didn't your BFF win a belt at 42 years old?
Who?
Whoa.
Randy Couture? Oh, Glover?
Whoa.
Yeah, as a wrestler, wrestlers can last longer than strikers. Show me an old striker. They don't exist. 38 years old. So the UFC is going to try to fast track her, and that's what this matchup is. All right, Angela Hill's a good test. Angela Hill's a bit of a name. Angela Hill is maybe top 15. And if she's not, she's close enough to it. And I understand the matchup. I understand the signing from a pure excitement standpoint because Xiong is wildly exciting, and I'm going to pick Xiong here. And the reason I'm going to pick her,
fucking littering the chat with names of old strikers that are just still fucking killing it.
Cub Swanson, he knocked out
Alex
another
Pereira.
old. All right, we'll go through these in a second.
Write them all down, please.
I was just saving right here. We'll get them. Don't you worry. They're listed 5 people. We're talking about an undercard regional Asian, and you're comparing her to Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira, you're comparing. What an absolute joke.
Absolute joke. An undercard what?
You're the guy who invented the regional Asian.
I don't say it. I imitate Trump when he would say it. You can say anything if you're imitating somebody. I would never just say region. I can't even say it.
The old striker Volk who was knocked the fuck out. That guy.
He's the champion of the world.
And one of the greatest fighters of all time. And we're comparing him
to what?
38-year-old UFC debut.
A what? Say it again.
A UFC debut. A 38-year-old UFC debut.
Say it again.
A regional Asian.
Jesus. That was
Jingnan Xiong. I am picking her to win. Only because she's way too hittable. But Angela Hill doesn't have that big fight-ending one-punch power. So that is why I'm picking Xiong to win, because I think she can move forward and do her crazy chaos windmill attack. And Angela Hill might circle off. Angela Hill might hold her against the cage, slow the pace. Angela Hill might squeak out a decision, but we are in China, and Angela Hill's not dangerous enough as a striker to kind of stop that forward pressure. So I think the judges are going to love the forward pressure. I think the audience is going to love the forward pressure. So I'm picking forward pressure here. Jingnan is the pick. I'm not touching these odds. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight because my initial reaction, I do the deep dive and stuff, and I'd also like to, first of all, let me mention Angela Hill. Incredible person, great personality, beautiful woman. If she comes in and makes this close, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised. But let me work over to say that name again for me, if you don't mind.
Jingnan Xiong. That's not it.
Zhang?
Maybe.
Long Zhang?
I mean, I'm not saying it right.
I, as I typically do, went to her Instagram and found an absolute gem of, and Zhang, I don't know if you're going to watch this. I don't know if you can even understand what I'm saying, but great job. Because what a fucking girlfriend, wife, I don't know what she is, but my God, is she fucking absolutely fucking, look at those dimples. God damn, she got her something fucking nice at home. Holy shit. I spent about 3 hours going through those fucking pictures, looking for everything I could find. I mean, that's a fucking hottie with a body, Zhang. I mean, well done with that. Jesus fucking Christ. So, I was going to load up on Zhang and be like, oh yeah, she's going to have the speed advantage. Angela Hill, as tough as she is, you can tell that the speed is starting to drop. And once the speed starts dropping, you get hit a little bit more and all that type of stuff. And then I saw what everyone else saw. It's 38 years old. It's oh, fuck. No, thank you. Am I going to put money on Zhang coming in 38 years old against a veteran? This seems like the most trap fight of all time. She comes in front of the home fans and tries to knock out Angela Hill, landing big shit. Angela Hill survives like she always does because she's never been fucking knocked out, I don't think. I think she's been submitted once, or has she ever been finished? I can't remember, but... And then all of a sudden the second round starts and she starts slowing down, and then Angela Hill just does typical Angela Hill stuff, which is crazy pressure, crazy volume, gets a clinch, maybe gets a takedown or whatever. So, I'm picking Xiong. She should have the speed advantage. Win the second round, third round get interesting, I guess. But if Angela Hill pulls this off, I'm not going to be surprised. I know I saw a few people tweeting and stuff being Angela Hill's my favorite dog and I'm going to play her. And it's I get it. I get it. UFC, it's a tough UFC debut for anybody. Angela Hill is. She's good everywhere, durable. So I'm going Xiong. And what a beautiful, those dimples, dude. I don't know if you've ever dated. Does Tiffany have dimples?
Tiffany?
Yeah, do you know if your wife has dimples?
She's usually scowling at me, so
you can't really. If your wife has dimples?
I haven't seen her smile.
You've never seen her smile?
I haven't seen her smile in years, so I don't know. Unfortunately.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Honestly, if I had to mentally put together something in my mind, geez, that might be my new phone background. I don't know.
Somebody else's girlfriend.
Yeah, fucking Jesus Christ.
Damn, that stinks, huh?
She.
Who did you pick? We get a pick?
She's mid. Send me a picture of the last girl you dated. I would love to see that. You think that girl is mid? I want to see the last girl you fucking dated, you fucking gargoyle piece of shit.
Did you pick?
Yeah, I picked Xiong.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, this is a fun fight. I get the love for Angela Hill. You can see this line is collapsed as well. Plus 210 to plus 150. Angela Hill's the better MMA fighter. She has more experience. She's the UFC fighter. She has more high-level experience. She's everything, except I do think the nonstop forward pressure is the difference here, but I can't bet minus 175. I can't even bet the over. I see people saying the over is juiced, and it is juiced. I'm not going to bet the over here. It should be fine, but I'm not.
Xiong could come in just crazy. Just winging shit, home crowd. Correct. UFC debut, 38 years old. Angela Hill is a hittable girl. Just fucking, anything could happen in this.
Or she could death gas chase in a finish. Yeah, the last time I bet an Angela Hill over was her only UFC finish when she subbed what's her name, and that was in the safety parlay. So I'm not touching overs anymore. Not with Angela Hill. I got burned on it. I'm not doing it again. Guys, go to the website, wewantpicks.com. Click become a member at the top. There are bets on this fight and others, and you can unlock every pick, every bet, every tool on the website right now for $10. You'll get this card. You'll get the UFC Freedom 250 fight card. You'll get the 2 Vegas fight cards. WeWantPicks.com. Bunch of super chatterinos.
Here we go.
$13.99 from Big Maple Bets. Oh, you know what, Big Maple? I'm going to go get a snack. Big Maple sent a bunch of Canadian snacks, and I've been eating them. Jacob,
what the
congrats.
hell is a Canadian snack? Like dried maple leaves?
I'll show you some Canadian snacks. I got them.
Dried maple leaves? What else could it be?
It's basically our snacks
It's
with
just
their names.
yeah,
on
that's
them.
what I'm saying. It's just I mean, they just want to be American.
Their cheese doodles are very good. They're not called cheese doodles though. Jacob, congrats on becoming an intellect with the book reading. You've inspired me to try harder every day. Are we taking the DQ in the ding fight? Cavs wouldn't pay for the Lambo, but this will.
Yeah, just real quick, I want to thank you, Big Maple Bets. He's always a big supporter.
Yeah,
and
guy's amazing.
I think he's one of the funniest people in the chat, in the Instagrams, in the Twitter and stuff like that. I have been betting the NBA this past couple weeks with no UFC. Hasn't been going good. I've missed like fucking 7 bets in a row. Last night I actually had the Knicks, but I had the Knicks to win by 7, 8, or 9 points, and they won by like 40 fucking points because the Cavs are a fucking joke. But I do have a bet. The game's getting ready to start here in about a half an hour. I have bet, ladies and gentlemen, the Oklahoma City Thunder to get it done tonight. $100, $160 to win $100. That's the bet. This is not betting advice. If you guys know me, UFC, very, very well. NBA, not very well. And wait for the NFL because it gets even fucking worse than NBA. I'm the worst NFL bet. I miss 98% of NFL bets I place, but I have a lot of fun doing it.
There we go. Well,
But
we
thank you, Big
appreciate you,
Maple
Big
Bets.
Maple. Here's some of the, we got the Canadian cheese. What's the Tiger ones? Or the Cheetos? Here's 3 things. Crispy Crunch. I ate all of these. This one's delicious.
What is it?
It's basically a Canadian Butterfinger, but they taste fresher because they don't use all the chemicals we use. Wonder Bar, basically they're Snickers, but again, taste fresher. I can't eat these right now because there's peanuts in them, and my youngest is awake. She's a fucking nerd. He said these are amazing. Coffee Crisp. I haven't tried it. I'll try one of these on stream. I did eat the shit out of those cheese doodles, though. I ate the shit out of those. And maybe I shouldn't be eating food that's mailed to me from Canada.
I think you get
in a random box.
your allergy nerd daughter in here. We start microdosing her just to see what happens. Just gotta get over that.
We are actually going to, you can professionally microdose, and we're going to do that with her, but I'm not doing it. Here, let's try this real quick. Oh, okay. It's a chocolate bar.
See how deep you can get that thing.
Coffee flavor. It's good. Here, read this.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell are we doing here? Great, incredible mustache, by the way. I was thinking about maybe doing mine. Minty actually asked me, have you ever grown a mustache? Yeah, I'm commenting on the fucking thing right there. So I might just throw that out, Bon Tims. $7.99 Australian. That definitely is like an Aussie fucking... Angelo, why is your face so red? High blood pressure, question mark? Use donation money to buy a new shaver. Beard looks sus.
Yo, what's this fucking guy's problem? What's his fucking problem?
You gonna answer the question? He paid money and asked you a question.
My face is red because I've been outside can jamming all weekend. I went outside this weekend, had a good time, hung out with the boys. Got a tan. Yeah, look.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I
You
thought I was
gotta
gonna
warn us you start doing stuff like that. It's a horror movie. Oh shit. Look at the tribals. Show the tribals, baby.
Here's the tan line. Look at the tan line. Look at that.
Show those tribals, baby.
Look at the tan line. Look at the difference between the arm and the arm.
God
Tan
damn. How fucking deep did he go with that needle and that? Show that tattoo again. That thing's fucking still dark. That's fucking. God damn. That was 50 years ago. That thing looks like it's fresh, like you just got it done yesterday. That guy was 7 inches deep in that fucking baby chest of yours.
It took
Fucking
all
bird ass
fucking day.
chest.
So
God
fuck
damn.
you.
Did you just eat that whole candy bar?
No. Just a small piece. And I have not shaved. I'll shave.
What is your? Can we get an insulin check real quick? Did you even check before you ate that?
I walked 10 miles.
Text Tiffany and say, you need to get in there and check his insulin? He just hammered a fucking chocolate bar?
I walked 10 miles today. I walked 5 miles yesterday. I've been doing things. I've been active.
You know what's funny is I have an uncle who is fucking dead now, but he had diabetes, and before he would eat dessert and stuff, he would check his insulin level, and a lot of times he would check it and be like, it should be fine. Just sort of just like hammer a piece of key lime pie or something. It's like, Jesus Christ. That is risky. He's like just looking at it, like making that mental decision of being like, can I do this or not? He's like, yeah, it should be fine. And he just fucking puts it down. Like, Jesus.
This guy said without a hat, he's talking about this right here. This is a tumor. You can't really see. This is a tumor. And I have the paperwork right here because I finally got it checked. I have to go to the imaging place for a subcutaneous mass midline scalp. And they need to make sure before they cut it out that it doesn't have legs going into my brain. So, midline scalp tumor. Finally got it checked. I have no answers.
Gonna get it taken off? You might get it taken out?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get it taken out.
That scar's going to be nasty. The scar's going to be worse than the tumor. Look at my scar.
Well, they might just be able to slice it and like pull it. Well, it's on my head, and the hair doesn't grow right here because of the tumor. That's
what's so funny is ever since that I beat cancer, you've been very pro, like maybe I have cancer. Like it's like a weird thing.
I don't want cancer. No, I'm getting this done because my buddy is making me do it. He's like, you're getting that fucking checked. This is crazy at this point. You're getting it fucking checked.
Why would you get it checked? You've had it your whole life. It's nothing. It's obviously nothing.
No, it's definitely nothing, but I want it gone. But I haven't had it my whole life. It's probably been 50. It's been 50. It's been a while.
If it was anything bad, it would have
done its thing. My memory is shot. You point that out all the time. All right, we got a couple more super chats. We'll save them for the next one. Next up, at UFC Macau, we have another brand new fight. We have Rai Tsuruya taking on Luis Gurule. Rai Tsuruya, 10-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that first career loss, taking on Luis Gurule, 11-3 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off his first UFC win just a few weeks ago. Rai Tsuruya, nasty grappler. His hands are. What is that? Oh, that's
he made that jersey worthless.
Daniel Barez's jersey.
He got cut.
I mean, that was a fun fight though. Daniel Barez is a fun guy. It sucks that they didn't keep him for that because he wasn't making a lot of money. Anyway, Rai Tsuruya, decent hands, very good wrestling. And he doesn't even need the wrestling to get the grappling going. He'll climb your back while you're against the cage. He'll grab you, body lock, pick you up, slam you down, immediately start working. Plenty of cardio, lots of pressure, lots of composure for somebody his age. He is coming off that UFC 313 loss to Joshua Van, where he actually did have the takedowns, but he just could not do anything with them. He's taking on Luis Gurule. Luis Gurule, as we just saw 2 weeks ago, or the last event, a forward pressure striker. He's going to bounce around. He's going to leap in. He's aggressive on the feet. He's aggressive on the ground. The power's just okay. He's got a great pace at 15 full minutes. He can do all the individual things. He's not great at anything. He's good at all of it. And he doesn't stop moving forward. He just had that fun back and forth with Daniel Barez where he won a pretty straightforward decision, but it was exciting. Luis Gurule coming off that first UFC win and immediately turn around flying to the other side of the planet to fight a wrestler. And it's not the first time he's fighting somebody looking to take him down. If you go watch his Contender Series fight, he fought Nick Piccolini. This dude took him down an insane 10 times.
What was that name again?
There's not even any L's in it, so I don't know why I said Piccolini. It's like Piccanini? Pacini?
I think it's Pacini. I think you say Chi.
Yeah, 2 C's, Pacini.
Piccacini
But there was like another I-N-I-N-I in there. Piccinini or who the fuck. Anyway, that dude took him down 10 times, and he still took that decision because he doesn't accept the bottom. He gets up, he scrambles, he moves away. But while I think he might have a decent showing here, I don't think he wins this fight. I think Rai Tsuruya is too good of a wrestler, has too good of control. His cardio is just fine, and flying to the other side of planet Earth after a full 15-minute war is not going to do him any favors. I think Rai Tsuruya wins this fight. I am surprised to see that the odds are kind of settled. Like, obviously, they widened a little bit, but I'm surprised people didn't just hammer Rai here. His only loss is to the current world champion. That's his only loss, the current world champion. So Rai's the pick here, and I'm pretty confident in that. Is that Rai?
Yeah, a little bit of a...
Looks stupid as shit now. What the hell kind of a transformation is that?
I don't know. Sometimes those regional Asians, they get a little bit crazy. They love the anime, the Pokemon. Did you have Pokemon cards? You didn't have Pokemon cards, did you?
No, I did not.
I had Pokemon cards, and I raced home every day to watch Pokemon, and I had a big collection. I was a typical '90s kid with a big collection, and then we moved, and my parents just gave away my collection without asking me to the neighbor kid. So that kid's probably got his own island somewhere with all those fucking Charizards that I fucking had, because I was somebody that I would keep. I still have all my old cards and stuff like that. I have everything from my childhood, so I would have had good fucking cards in those fucking binders.
You even have your height.
It was like, what'd you say?
You still have your height from your childhood as well.
Yeah, I grew fast. I was 6'2" at seventh grade. So you're right. But yeah, I like Ray Tatsura in this fight. I said Tatsura, but it's Tsuruya. I like Ray in this one. He's a very good wrestler. He's wrestling his whole life. He's not he's probably a better wrestler than Tatsuro, probably. Honestly, Tatsuro's probably better grappler and stuff like that. But Ray is the better wrestler. He's the Japanese fucking national wrestling type of person, been wrestling his whole life. And you saw that in the Joshua Van fight. You saw that in the Carlos Hernandez fight with the relentless wrestling. He does slow down because he is so relentless with it. And I think that this probably is going to look like the Carlos Hernandez fight, where he's going to get some takedowns. Luis is a good scrambler. He's shown that before. Won't accept the position, get back up, take back down, and just going to come down to a cardio. But that's important in this one because, as Angelo mentioned, as everyone knows, he did just fight a few weeks ago. He is coming across the world. He did cut weight and stuff like that. So the cardio edge that he had to win the fight versus whatever his name is in the last fight, I think it might be his downfall in this one, and Ray will be able to get those late takedowns. And somebody did mention it is pretty wild that Ray, his last fight was versus Joshua Van. Joshua Van, since then, knocked out Bruno Silva, beat Royval, won the belt, and defended the belt. Since that is so crazy. This guy lost to Joshua Van, and then Joshua Van became the champ, won 2 fights, became the champ, and defended the belt before Ray could fight again. It's how crazy how active Joshua Van is, but. I think this probably does look like the Carlos Hernandez fight, where it's takedowns, it's control, but not a lot of control. He's starting to get back up, but it should be. I mean, if he doesn't have the cardio edge against a guy that fought 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago across the world and stuff like that,
and he doesn't.
It's gonna be fucking trouble. But he's gonna get the early takedowns, and Luis has shown before he's a little bit tentative early, then he starts piling it on, and I just don't think that energy pop is gonna be there second and third rounds, especially when he's an active defensive wrestler. He's going to work hard in the defensive wrestling. I think it really drains his gas tank, and we could see maybe a Ray finish second and third. And that's nothing. It's good for Luis to take this opportunity and stuff like that. If he wins, he wins. And if not, I think the UFC kind of shakes his hand for coming to the rescue for this one and gets him another one. So it is what it is. But I'm on Ray here. He is a really good wrestler.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he gets it done. I also picked Luis Gurule in the Barres fight and said he's better than people give him credit for. So
I had Barres, but I said I was worried about it.
Yeah, I mean,
a rare miss for me.
The only reason I'm pointing out that I picked Luis last time is I'm not in the camp of this guy sucks, whatever. I actually think he's good. He's just been getting shit matchups, and this is another shit matchup. This is a really tough fight. And a bad matchup. Luckily for Luis, you do the UFC a favor. I'm sure they'll keep him around for a little bit. But Jacob and I both on the ride to suicide. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool. If you want to see what the others have to say about this fight, go to WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. We have an artificial intelligence. We have everything you'd ever want. And it's only.
Oh yeah, because he was supposed to fight Jesus, and Jesus just got cut because he pulled out of this fight. That's what you get sometimes.
They spike cut him, huh?
Must have.
Maybe they caught him lying about something, or maybe he failed a.
His name's Jesus. He doesn't lie.
Maybe he failed a drug test or something, and that's why he pulled out. Go to the website WeWantPicks.com.
What do you think about this? Can I get this just opinion on this real quick?
Yeah. Yo.
Crunk
What's up,
dead.
fellas? What's up?
Crunk ain't dead.
Check 1 2 1 2. Hear me out right now. Hey, it's Young Red. It's Baby Blaze. That was your rap name. It's Baby Blaze. What's up, homies? It's Baby Blaze. You guys want to go play Pokemon in my house? It's Baby Blaze, boys. That's Baby Blaze. That's Jacob. What up, dog? It's Baby Blaze. Baby Blaze. And the blaze isn't because he smoked, guys. It's because his hair is red.
Oh, that was
Baby Blaze.
It's going to be hard to believe probably, but I was smoking a lot of Swisher Sweets in this era of my life. I was smoking a lot of fucking Swisher Sweets in that era of my life. Crunk ain't dead, baby. I've always been down with the culture.
Yeah, no, Baby Blaze, man. Baby Blaze. God. And the craziest part, pull that back up.
What's wrong with it?
That was at a fucking Sears, wasn't it? You wore that big ass shirt to a Sears and you picked your background.
You know what's funny is the history of that shirt is like I lived in an apartment fucking just outside Indianapolis. Like we had all sorts of people come in for the house party and stuff. Huh?
You weren't 12?
I'm like 22. I'm like 21 years old in this picture.
Dude, I thought you were like 12.
No, I'm like 20 years old in this picture or something. No, it was like a house party, and we had all sorts of cultures in our house parties and stuff. So there was a African American gentleman that had accidentally left that shirt. It literally says "Crunk ain't dead." And it's one of those big oversized white tees, like back in the fucking like Soulja Boy eras and stuff. Like everyone had. And we would literally fight over who got to keep that shirt. We all loved that shirt so fucking much that we all just put it on and took pictures with it because we love that shirt. Crunk ain't dead, baby. It was just one of those like like the guy just went to the mall and had it airbrushed, oversized white t-shirt. It was a fucking badass shirt. So,
Baby Blaze, man. Crunk ain't dead.
No, it was somebody left it at a party and we were like, fucking, it's a badass shirt. Let me take a picture of that. That was like my MySpace profile picture for a long time. Crunk ain't dead, baby.
Jesus, dude. Next up, at UFC Macau, we have Aoriqileng taking on Cody Haddon. Aoriqileng, 26-12 in his career, 2-2-1 in his last 5 years, coming off that 21-second knockout win. Taking on Cody Haddon, 8-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 years, coming off a very long layoff because of an injury. Aoriqileng, well-rounded guy, great pressure, good pace. He can fight technical, or he'll just slug it out. He uses striking to set up takedowns, and he does have 7 takedowns in the UFC, but he's mostly a striker. He is coming off that 21-second knockout win over Cody Gibson, and now he's taking on Cody Haddon. A solid prospect. That lone loss in his career came to Genius Bar employee Steve Erceg. Cody's a busy fighter. He sets an insane pace. He does not slow down. He's got good boxing. He throws in combinations. Does a really good job working the body. He's also a slick grappler with busy on top and busy on bottom type styles. He doesn't care where he is. He's just going to move. If he's on top, he's raining down strikes. He's coming back after a 2-year layoff because of that torn ligament. And if it wasn't a 2-year layoff, I would love these odds and I'd be all over Cody. Minus 350 would be totally fine for me, especially if you go back and watch his fight with Dan Argueta. That was wildly impressive. Dan Argueta is a pretty good fighter, good wrestler, good pressure, strong, has no quitting him. And he had fun in that fight and made it look somewhat easy. And it was impressive. But I don't know what 2 years away, I don't know what needing surgery, having the rehab, I don't know what any of that is going to mean in this fight. Basically fighting in enemy territory, if you will. He's fighting a Chinese man in China after a 2-year layoff, a major surgery. I'm worried about all those things. I'm still going to pick Cody to win because Cody is the better fighter. He's just the better fighter. And if he is even 80% of what we saw in his last fight, he should absolutely win here. But I just can't touch these odds, not in this situation. Jacob, what do you think?
I'm touching them, man. I'm touching them. I'm feeling them. I'm squeezing them. I'm going to enjoy them because this is where the line should be priced. Obviously, there's oddities to this fight that Angelo has mentioned, but this should be priced at a minus 300, minus 350 for Cody because he is a better fighter. He's a really good striker. He's like a fucking like everyone like in the US like a Golden Gloves, and it really doesn't mean anything. I don't know if it means anything in Australia or New Zealand or wherever the fuck that flag is from, but he is like one of those type of people. Like he came from a boxing background, but he also does have the wrestling and grappling, as Angelo mentioned. You saw that in the Contender Series fight, and that's why I like him in this fight because he does have a backup plan. Because 2 years away, You come in confident with the hands against a guy like Aoriqileng, and you could get caught. Like, I mean, I would not be crazy surprised if Cody Haddon does get caught, because even in that Dan Argueta fight, honestly, I wasn't like crazy impressed with the striking. Like, he did have slick boxing and stuff like that. He fights from either stance, which is good. But when he is like fighting from either stance, he kind of gets lazy in the footwork and kind of squares up at times. And when you're squaring up against people with power like Aoriqileng, that's not good. Like, if you're getting hit when you're squared up, you're getting fucking knocked the fuck out. And I kind of warned people in the last fight versus Cody Gibson that Cody was a fucking idiot. That guy came into the fight like I was going to load up on Cody Gibson. And then he had an interview earlier in the week where he was like, yeah, winning is cool, but you know what's even better than winning is getting a fight bonus. What are you talking? You can win and get a foot. What the hell are you talking about? So I was like, what? I was like, be careful with this Cody Gibson guy. He might come in and try to throw down with Aoriqileng and get knocked the fuck out. And that's exactly what happened. He came in and just like threw a lazy leg kick and fucking just got knocked the fuck. What the hell are you talking about? It's like, yeah, it's nice to win, but I want my fight bonus. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. I don't expect Cody Haddon to do something like that, but Aoriqileng showed that if he hits you on the button, he can fucking knock you out. But Cody's the better striker. He can fight from either stance. He's got wrestling in the back pocket. If I was him 2 years away, get an early takedown, take some of the pop out of Aoriqileng's shot, and you're a good grappler, and we've seen Aoriqileng get fucking, I mean, his takedown offense is not very good. Like, you grab a single leg, he's probably just going to get fucking taken down. I would just wrestle early, take some pop out of his shot, then start working into the striking where there's not as much danger in the hands. But Cody's a better fighter. I'm taking a shot on it. You know, it is what it is. If he gets knocked out, like I said before, if you're worried about somebody that could get knocked out, you shouldn't bet at all. He's a better fighter. I'm taking him. I put money on him, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, he's I trust him. He's good. I hadn't. So a little fearful of that knee injury though. Kind of weird. Yeah. I mean, agreed. I think he wins.
2 years away is better than like 8 months away, like a fucking like Tony Ferguson. Like, I rehabbed it myself. I'm back. I'm fine.
Yeah, I just worry that, you know, like ring rust, timing, shit like that. But he should be fine. They
see people train, Angelo. They spar and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not the same. Different pace, different pressure. It is different. But either way, I do think Cody wins. Jacob thinks Cody wins. The community does as well. 85% of people are picking Cody Haddon to win this fight. And that's probably appropriate, but we're talking minus 350 odds. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna die on that hill. But if you do want to check out the bets that we do have for this fight and other fights, it's only $10, not just for bets. We have an artificial intelligence. We have a tape index for those who like to do your own research. We have everything you could ever want or need. A fight simulator, $10. WeWantPicks.com. Just click become a member at the top. No upsell, no cross sell, no packages. It's 10 across the board. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. We got a $5 super chatterino from Hurts So Good. You're welcome for the gloves, boys. It's from you. He said there is one. One is Ige,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. I just
idiot.
Oh yeah. They are different signatures. Danny Ige, Yusuf Zalal. It's a scribble scrabble. Take it up with your boy to sign his name more clearly.
It's a signature. What do you want him to look? What do you want it to look
Fix
like?
it. Tell him to fix it. Tell him to fix it.
Tell him. I'll send it to him right now. Tell it to his face. He's in Morocco right now.
Fix your.
Tell it to him in Arabic. Can you speak Arabic?
Does he speak Arabic? Didn't he say it was a different language? We had the conversation. It's a different language, not Arabic, because my brother speaks that language. Remember?
I don't know, but that language, Arabic, whatever it is like, honestly, it's like one of the most beautiful languages.
My brother speaks fluent Arabic.
It's like almost like it's like syrup. It just the way that all the words just like melt together. It's like Nutella. It's like,
yeah, very smooth.
Whoa!
$1.99 super chat.
What the hell was
Justin.
that? First we get a regional Asians and then we get a fucking, what was that?
Saying somebody's regional and then their nationality is not an insult in any way. Regional Americans is an insult? No.
Yeah, I take offense to that.
No, it's like in The Office where Oscar says I'm Mexican and Michael says, whoa, is there a nicer way to say that? He's the one in the wrong for assuming that's an offensive term. That is his own internal bias perceiving that as an insult. And that's what you're doing with the term Asians. That's on you. You have the issue, not me. Justice 9146 $1.99. Is this card as easy? Justin Rice. Is this card as easy as it seems? 7-legger incoming. 7-leg parlay. Somebody
always sells.
A little too rich for my blood. It does seem like one of the more straightforward cards, but there's like 5 UFC debuts. So even though those seem straightforward, it's still a UFC debut. So I wouldn't go crazy here. I would not go crazy. Next up.
Hold on.
What now? You had this whole time.
أنا من تركيا وهل أنت روسي؟ لا أنا لست روسيا أنا شيشاني. هل أنت تركي؟ لا أنا لست تركيا.
What am I listening to and why?
وكم عمرك؟ عمري 23 عاما.
What am I listening to and why?
That's just a little Arabic for you.
That wasn't Arabic, I don't think, was it? Alhamdulillah. Next up. At UFC Macau, we have Meng Ding taking on Jose Henrique. Meng Ding, what's his record? 35-9. 35-9 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5, and this is his official UFC debut, taking on Jose Henrique, 8-1, 4-1 in his last 5, riding a 3-fight win streak, also into his UFC debut. Meng Ding is an exciting guy. He did not have any success in that Contender Series. He had the opportunity. He did not pass the test, but he's had a ton of success. Otherwise, this guy has almost 55 fights worth of experience. But when you watch him fight, he actually fights like a young prospect. He's relatively young at 31 years old. The fighting style is closer to a 20-something year old. He's going to run forward, throw like crazy. He'll drop for a takedown. He'll throw kicks from absolutely anywhere. He throws punches from everywhere. He's just blasting away, shooting doubles right up the middle. When he's on top, great ground and pound. He's raining down everything, and he's looking to get fights stopped. He's taking on Jose Henrique, a long, lean guy who likes to fight at range. He's very, very hittable, but pretty tough, and he has more than one rally win where he took his beating and was able to come from behind. What he likes to do in the clinch is work. He uses the long knees. He uses that range in the clinch, pulls the head down. Eventually, will get off the clinch, get to the body, squeeze it to the ground with like a bear hug, some inside trip, and then he maintains that position just to posture up and do some work. There's not a ton of grappling in his regional footage, but they introduce him as, and they claim he's a jiu-jitsu fighter. Honestly, weird, odd spot. Meng Ding, to me, should be a much larger favorite than this. I understand Henrique is solid. He's not dangerous, though, and he relies on wearing people down. And that's just not going to work here. Meng's a menace. This guy has too much experience. He's too crazy. He's too dangerous, too good of a grappler to just be caught up in some of the nonsense. His nickname. Are you ready for this insanely offensive nickname, Jacob? It's offensive. You might want to plug your ears.
Hold on.
The Ruthless Asian. And that's incredibly fitting. This dude has
He's a original Asian, calls by himself the Ruthless Asian. I don't know who gave him that name. Maybe the Ming Dynasty. Possibly his name is Ming. Ruthless
Meng.
Dynasty. They ruled much of the world, much like, what's his name?
This dude has 28 knockout wins, which is 3 times the amount of total fights that Henrique has. I like Meng here. I did bet on him. I bet on him at -115. I am surprised that this is even... How the hell is he just a slight favorite with this amount of fights, that amount of finishes, and that fight style? Jacob, what do you think?
Angelo loves Ding Dong. A lot of people are fans of Ding this week. He's got big power in his hands, concrete fists. I'm telling you right now, this guy, Jose Henrique, I know that he got knocked out as a 20-year-old in the Contender Series fight. Tall motherfucker, long, fights long. This guy isn't your typical kind of regional guy that's coming in, that's long, that's got that tall guy defense where he's just kind of reaching his arms out and leaning his head back and like, that type of stuff. This guy will kind of sit in the pocket, throws a nice jab. You know, I love those fucking jabs. Throws a nice jab, can throw a 2 behind it, can deal with the pressure with those knees. Like, as you mentioned, when people are walking in, he'll walk straight back. You want to pressure him? Okay, here comes a fucking knee right to your fucking gut. This guy's a fucking fighter. Still only 24 years old. I like the length in this fight, the way he can keep a jab and keep Ding at bay. If Ding does blitz in, I do like those knees and those fucking elbows. He can come over the top. Even in the clinch, he's comfortable. And I like the fact that he doesn't have that tall guy defense in the pressure, isn't just leaning away. I'm not saying he can't get caught, because Ding does throw some fucking heavy-ass shit. And if he lands, I've seen Jose get fucking knocked out before, but that was him kind of going for it. Like, he had a guy kind of pinned down. He threw the jab, threw the two behind it, kind of left it extended, got caught right on the button. But that wasn't typical what you would expect from a guy like this, where he's like against the fence and being like, oh shit. Like, he was going for it, committed a little bit too hard to the two, got caught with a hook and got fucking cleaned like that. But I'm taking a little bit of a dog here. I think that these odds are close for a reason. I think there's some people with some money on Jose that know that this guy's kind of got a fucking... He fights long, and if he throws that two, he starts touching that jab, and he starts following the two behind the one. Angelo knows firsthand what can happen, when, I started touching him with the jab. I threw a couple twos.
What?
Really popped that head back as well. So, I got good length like Jose. He's got good length in this one. I'm thinking, look, I don't have any money on Jose just yet. But I'm picking Jose as a little bit of a pick here. I like the fucking that long jab that he throws. Keeps people at bay. I like those knees. And Ding, I know he's got power, but he's a little bit loosey-goosey with stuff. And I think when you start getting a little bit loosey-goosey and that guy comes nice and tight with those long limbs, woo! Give me the Brazilian to get it done.
The goose is loose.
Somebody said that Angelo quit. Yeah.
Quit what?
Got the head snap back. You were like, oh shit, cut the cameras.
Only one of us tapped out repeatedly, and it was you.
You were literally laying on top of me.
Only one of us was bleeding.
I tapped out. You didn't even have a choke put in. I was tapping out because you were on top of me. Anybody would have tapped out.
Only one of us was bleeding
being crushed
after the striking round. Hey, let's run it
Lay
back
down in
live.
the parking lot and let me get one of those fucking bulldozers and see how quickly you tap out. I couldn't fucking breathe. You didn't even have the choke in. I was like, God, what the fuck is going on? Can't feel my kidneys. Let's
run it back. We'll run it back alive. I'm happy to do it.
Why are you yawning?
I'm fucking tired of shit.
No alcohol, huh? This is the withdrawals. Especially Memorial Day weekend withdrawals. Holy shit, you guys are watching it happen in real time.
I am happy.
Body can't handle sobriety.
I'm happy to run it back live.
Why would
whatever rules you want.
Exactly. That proves the entire point. Why the fuck would I want to run it? I won. You want to run it back because you want to redeem yourself.
Sure.
Why the fuck would I want to rematch? Winners don't look for rematches. You're the one that always like, oh, let's do it again. Let's do it again. I would want to too if I lost.
Because it's an easy payday. Very easy. Guys, if you don't know what the hell we're arguing about, Jacob and I fought and we recorded it. Just search We Want Picks, The Fight. It's all right there. And keep in mind, Jacob edited the video. Jacob was the editor for that video. Had complete control of all the footage and how it was put together.
Yeah, sure.
All of it. What else?
Just write in the chat, guys. If you guys watch the fight, can you guys just let us know who you thought won the fight?
Yeah.
It wasn't a knockout. So let them be the judges. It went to a judge's decision.
I've always said we had the smartest community. Always. I've always said it. And Broseph
That's a pair of shoes.
You know who else gets it? You guys. You can get premium. It's only $10 a month. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. You need a tiebreaker here because Jacob and I are split, and this is a fight that you can make some bucks on. The odds are relatively even. You can make a nice little bag, if you will, betting on either side of this. So go check out what the artificial intelligence has to say. Artem, Betsam, Kunith, everything and everyone is available in one package. WeWantPicks.com. Just click Become a Member.
What are those Kiwis on this one? Let me see.
At the top. I trust them for like the road to the UFC, guys.
Are you going to get up and watch those? Because we got road to the UFC, what, Thursday morning, Friday morning?
There's two road to the UFC events. I'm not watching any of those. I don't care at all. And they put what's her name on there? Meng,
the doctor.
Yeah. The doc. They put there. They just keep throwing. They put her on there. Bruna Brazil was on one.
Did you see her video? Is pretty adorable.
Yeah, it was.
I'd throw it to her. I'd put a pounding on her.
I bet you would. Next up, at UFC Macau, we have Luis Diaz taking on Yi Sok Lee. Luis Felipe Diaz is 16-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on a 2-fight win streak. Taking on Yi Sak Lee, 8-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, and this is official UFC debut. Luis Felipe Diaz, this guy's an okay striker. He has a hit to power. What is that a picture of? Who is that?
Picture of? Who is that?
Who is that? Oh, all right. Baby Ember, little Ember. What did I call you? Baby Flame. What did I call you? Flamer baby? What was it?
Whoa!
Exactly. Felipe Diaz, okay striker. There's some power in the mix. I would say a hint of power, the essence of power. The guy throws in combinations. He's not afraid to get his hands going. He takes a couple of shots, but they're mediocre. The jiu-jitsu, however, is very good, and he's a very real problem on the ground. He's not very big for this weight class. He should probably be at 170 pounds, but he is strong, and he managed to be physically imposing. He is coming off that very successful Contender Series debut after a revolving door of opponents. Hold that one up again. What was that?
What?
That's what I thought. Taking on Yi Sak Lee. 8-1, relatively new in his career. You son of a bitch. Relatively new in his career, but he's a good grappler in his own right. He's got solid trips, good body lock takedowns. He loves to come forward. He throws windmill punches, then he clinches the upper body, slams you to the ground. On top, he maintains that position, and then he'll posture up and rain down. He has an arsenal of submissions, but he's actually going to work for the ground and pound before looking for that submission. And I think this fight's going to come down to who shoots first. And the funny thing is, yeah, all right, that one's accurate. And the funny thing is, neither one of these guys is a very good wrestler. And I think it's going to come down to the wrestling. And I'm going to slightly lean Diaz here because despite him being the smaller fighter in stature, I think he's stronger. And I don't think the bully style trips and the upper body takedowns from Lee are going to work because I think Diaz is just too thick, too lower to the ground, and he's going to get his own takedowns. And once he ends up on top, he's just going to get his hands going. And I think he wins this fight. I can't bet on it. There's just way too many unknowns. Neither one of these guys is very good, but this would be a sloppy fight and probably a barn burner. This is probably going to be an exciting fight. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I was not impressed at all with Luis in his Contender Series fight. Like, I know he won that fight, and he's like this big, juiced up fucking Brazilian, and he looks the part, and he's got the submissions and stuff like that. That guy that he fought, that Donovan Hedrick guy, was like, had fought fucking nobody, really had no wrestling at all. And Luis not only was kind of struggling in that fight, but in the second round of that fight, remember, Hedrick had never even been out of the first round. I think his longest fight was like 2 minutes or something like that. The second round of that fight, he had Luis like on his back, like was like winning that fight before he ultimately actually did like fucking gas, and Luis was able to win that fight with the choke in that round. But that was a fight that he should have came in, and if he was like anything what he's supposed to be, should have fucking smoked Hardwick. Like, he ended up winning the fight and stuff like that, and Yi Sak Lee isn't like the most well-known guy and the most dominant guy, and he hasn't fought anybody either, and I understand that stuff and everything like that, but I'm taking a shot on the dog here just because I was very unimpressed with Luis Diaz. It felt like if that second round started and he was up against anybody that kind of knew what they were doing and wasn't like gassing out, he was in big fucking trouble. He doesn't have a really good striking. His wrestling is overrated. I think his grappling is overrated. And if you look at Yi Sak Lee's Instagram and stuff like that, it seems like he's going all in with the wrestling, with the grappling and stuff like that. So it might be Luis getting a takedown early and using his big muscles and stuff like that. But I think he gasses and it might get finished in this one. But this could be a sloppy fight. I don't think either one of these guys are like very like, I don't think these are like real prospects or anything like that. Like, but it could be a fun fight, a sloppy fight, a back and forth fight. Diaz may be early, but I think Yi Sak Lee, I mean, is just going to be good enough to weather that storm. And I just wasn't impressed by Diaz, so I'm taking a little bit of a dog shot here.
Listen, I obviously picked Diaz, but I don't hate the idea of being on the Lee side. Or, I mentioned neither one of these guys are very, very good. This will be a fun fight, though. I imagine it's pretty sloppy. They're going to get after it. They're going to be flopping all over the place. There'll be some success on either side. For Luis to be an almost 2-1 favorite, I guess they're implying, yeah, look at me dip, like, boom. That's what's happening right after it, dumbass.
Fucked up on that one.
These odds are implying that Luis kind of dominates or gets his takedowns, finds a finish. Should be fun, should be sloppy. Don't quite know exactly what this is going to be. Wow. A picture of a man comfortable in his own home. So comfortable in his own home.
I mean, why are you defending it? You went very quick to start. I just posting pictures of my friend, and you all of a sudden just start defending yourself.
Jacob is showing chat his spank bank. I agree, Chaz. I agree. Guys, check out the website. Another tiebreaker situation. Jacob is in the 19% of people picking Lee. I'm on the other side of the fence, but if
It's
you need
more an anti-Luis pick, I would say.
If you need a tiebreaker, we have them. We have the artificial intelligence. We have Betsam, Kunith, Artem. We have people representing the entire world on premium, giving you breakdowns, picks, and predictions. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's freaking $10 for an entire month's worth of access.
You know what's funny is Saturday I had to defend myself on the stream because people were like, "Oh, you're 5'4" and stuff like that." So I had to go through all my camera rolls and find pictures with me with fighters and be like, "So how tall is this fighter?" And then show them. Be like, "How tall is this fighter?" And then show them.
Josh was doing that. So he came over Saturday, and we were like hanging out.
I said, "Okay, let's check it out. And we'll do it right now, Angelo. You look it up right now,
Yusuf,
and in the chat as well. No, we've seen the picture of Yusuf and stuff like this, but how tall is Jan Blachowicz? How tall is Jan?
6 foot.
Look it up. No,
I
look
think
it up.
he's 6 foot.
Let me look it up if you don't mind.
Okay. Jan Blachowicz height. It says 6'2". That's not true.
6'2". We're the same height.
He's leaning down, dude.
We're the same height. No,
he's leaning down.
No, he's not. We're the same
What
height.
do you mean, no, he's not? He can see the floor.
Huh?
He can see the floor.
Huh?
Exactly.
Same height.
Okay. Guys, don't forget about the bonus. We don't. I look good there. Damn. We don't forget about the bonus, guys. We'll send you $50, $50. Just go to this URL. Go to this URL. You sign up, you make yourself a deposit. They're going to give me a one-time commission. And I'm going to take that commission, I'm going to slice it, and I'm going to throw a couple of bucks to you so they get a brand new customer. We get a couple of bucks. You get a couple of bucks, and that's affiliate marketing for you. Poof. $50 in your pocket. Go to this URL, sign up using the links, and get yourself $1 or $2. I mentioned premium over and over and over. Go to the website, $10. Go to the website, $10. It is not just a list of my picks and bets and Jacob's picks and bets. We have a full breakdown of everything you could ever want or need, including tools. We have a data analyzer that allows you to manipulate data. We have a tape index that allows you to do your own tape study. We got it all lined up. Oh, my God. We got it all lined up, ready to go. You don't have to go digging through the depths of hell for these videos. It's good. We got the fight simulator. It simulates fights 100,000 times and gives you the outcomes. We have a line movement tracker. This will give you opening odds, current odds, win probability, and line movement for every fighter on every card. We literally have everything you could ever want or need at WeWantPicks.com, and we have it for an entire month. And that month includes the biggest fight card of what? How big is UFC Freedom 250? Do you think that's as big as UFC 300? Is it bigger? What do you think it is?
It's got to be bigger. I mean, it's on the fucking White House.
Listen, I agree. I think it's bigger. I think it'll get actual mainstream media attention. It happening in the summer.
My mom asked me about it.
I mean, that is true. It happening in the summer on a Sunday afternoon, that it's not competing with anything. So that could help as well. So yeah, I'm with you. I agree. You want to rip a couple of packs? You ready to pack rip?
That's correct. I was singing TLC No Scrubs that night. Karaoke.
That's the same. What did I call you? Baby what? What did I call him? Baby Flame. Here it is. Baby Flame. Baby Flame. What's up? Baby Flame in the hizzy. All right, let's go ahead
and chunk up the dose.
Let's rip a couple of packs here. Just a reminder, this is at collectibles.com. These are the home of fight packs. If you don't know what collectibles.com is,
Eastside.
Collectibles.com sells all sorts of these repacks, different collectibles and different cards. You buy a pack, you spend $60, you might get a card worth $1.50. You might get a card worth $700, and then you can instantly sell back the card and keep the money, or you can have the card mailed to you. The physical card can be mailed to you, so you can sell it yourself if you think it's worth more, or just keep it for sentimental value. I have two cards here that I had mailed to me. Let's go ahead and see what we got going. I've also
Did you see, by the way, what I got?
I had a $700
I still haven't gotten
card.
shit.
Yeah, you and I are on opposite side of the spectrum of this shit. I have had a $400 card, a $700 card, a couple of $150 cards.
I think my best was a $80 Kopylov or something. It was something fucking random. Last time I got a Dan Hooker and I don't know.
A Dan Hooker's at least a name. All right, let's open this and see. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Here we go.
I think it's gonna be
what do we get? What do we get?
I think it's gonna be a welterweight.
What are we getting? Bing bong. $56 card. It is Randy Costa. That's a good looking card. I don't want it. We're selling it back. And here's the thing. They say the card's worth $56. They will buy it back for $50. If you think that's a good deal, then great. You click this button and that money's in my account instantly. If you think that's a shit deal and it's worth more, just get the card mailed to you and sell it yourself on eBay. Here we go. Second pack. Last one. Here we go. Come on. Come on. 56 ain't bad. Actually, it's 50 after that fee. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What are we doing? What are we doing? 42 over. Oh, I'll keep Manon Farrow. This could go up in value. She could be a world champ.
She's like 40.
No, she could be a world champ. Here, let me show you what I've got going on. Let's go to repacks. We'll go to my packs. Here's that expensive ass one I opened up the other day. Where is it? Is it this one? No, where is it? Where is it? I had like a 700. Oh, I sold it like an asshole. I screenshot and I texted to you. What was it?
I don't know, Angelo. I'm not
either
Columbo.
way. We'll buy. Should we buy a $250 one or a $150 one? Let's buy. I'm going to buy a $150 one and we'll open it later. Let's get back to the breakdown. Opening up the UFC Macau main card. We have Alex Perez taking on Sumudaerji. Alex Perez, 26-10 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that knockout win over Charles Johnson, taking on Sumudaerji. 19-7 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on a 3-fight win streak. And I totally understand these odds opening even and staying relatively even because these are two crafty veterans that have been on the block for a little bit. Alex Perez, a very good fighter. Alex Perez has been fighting everybody for a very long time, meaning no easy fights for this man. He's a good striker, fantastic low kicks, good enough wrestling. He averages about 2 takedowns per fight. Takedown defense is solid at 75%. He's fought a murderer's row of the best 125-pounders on the planet, and you can see that in his UFC record. This guy has 6 losses, but his performance, they're high-level performance. He's just losing to some of the best people. He's coming off that knockout win over Charles Johnson at UFC 324, taking on Sumudaerji, a fast striker, good accuracy, solid volume, doesn't have a lot of power, but because he is so fast and his movement is so well-timed, he can find stoppages. He's got that great in-and-out style. He can out-decision most people who are not looking to take him down. He is coming off that grapple-heavy win over Jesus Aguilar. We had 4 of his own takedowns, and he doubled the strikes. This is a fun fight. I'm somebody that's been pretty high on Alex Perez in the past. Even when I didn't pick him, I gave him a ton of credit and said he's way better than what you think he is just because you're looking at green and red dots on Tapology. I picked him to beat Charles Johnson, and it wasn't a slight on Charles Johnson. It was more about how good Alex actually is. This will be a fun fight. These guys both move forward. They'll both mix it up. I think Alex win this fight. I'm going to pick him to win here. Now, I'm a little more concerned in Alex versus Sumudaerji than Alex versus Charles Johnson, because Charles Johnson wants to dance on the outside. He won't mix in any takedowns, not very dangerous. Sumudaerji will mix it up. He'll get in your face, and he'll work in a takedown or two to keep Alex guessing. I'm picking Alex Perez. I'm not going to bet on him here, though. I'm not going to pull that trigger, but I do think he gets it done. The reality is I think the power is going to be the difference here and the footwork. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm buying into it. I'm buying into Alex Perez. I was anti-Alex Perez. Obviously, Charles is my boy, but I was surprised with the power, the follow-up shots and stuff like that of Alex Perez. I don't really love his entries. He kind of just blitzes in like the DDP type of style where he kind of squares up and stuff, and Sumudaerji is able to catch him in one of those blitzes. It is what it is. It's kind of like what I said with Cody Haddon. Like Alex Perez is a better fighter. Like I think he's maybe not the cleaner striker, but he can do enough in the striking. He's got wrestling and stuff too. I don't see Sumudaerji grappling in Alex Perez, and that's kind of only been Alex Perez's downfall against like high level wrestlers, high level grapplers, and stuff like that. And Sumudaerji, to his credit, like I was very anti Sumudaerji in obviously the Jesus Aguilar, like he was my lock of the week or whatever, because I was like, this guy isn't who you think he is, and you can get some takedowns on him. And obviously Jesus came in and laid an egg, but like Sumudaerji probably should have smoked Jesus. Like Jesus looked fucking horrible in that fight, and he was still kind of, I don't want to say he was in the fight, but he was like, I mean, it should have been, in my opinion, like a more dominant performance. If you look at the wins of a Sumudaerji, it's like, yeah, he beat a Mitch Raposo in a split, but Mitch is a guy that sometimes just doesn't even fucking throw hands. Like, he was trying to get the takedowns and the control, but he just, like, doesn't throw the hands, Kevin Borjas, kind of the same situation. He's a good striker, but he wants to counter-strike and kind of be tentative at times. And then the Jesus Aguilar, as we saw and stuff like that, who were just, like, clueless in the striking and couldn't get the takedowns. And lost to Charles Johnson. Charles basically had him knocked out in that fight. I think people forget that he was, I mean, I was at that fight. He was fucking Sumudaerji. I don't know how they didn't stop that fight. Was knocked out. And then he was finished versus Matt Schnell, finished versus Tim Elliott too. So it seems like it's kind of like trajectories of both these guys. Like Alex Perez, when he fights the top guys that are better than him, he's losing those guys. Sumudaerji, when he's fighting guys that are better than him, he's losing. They're beating people they should beat, and they're losing to people who they should lose to. In my opinion, it's a step up from Sumudaerji to Alex Perez. I know that kind of,
yeah, that makes no sense.
Maybe I should draw a picture here, but I think Alex Perez is up here. Sumudaerji's down here. Alex Perez loses to people above him. Sumudaerji loses to people above him. Alex Perez is above Sumudaerji. Very simple math.
No,
Alex Perez.
That's a horrible example.
Okay, I can't believe that you're making me fucking do this. Like the stream. Here we go.
This is one of the worst
Nope.
metaphors I've ever heard.
Nope. Very
This
simple,
explanation makes no sense.
It does.
Just say Alex is better than Sue. You said they both beat people better than them.
Excuse me. My breakdown.
Okay.
Okay. Here's Alex. Okay. Alex on this graph of whatever is going to be up here. Here's Alex. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Can you see that?
I see it. It says Alex.
This is Alex. He's up here. When he's fighting people down here, it is wins. It is wins. It is wins. When he is fighting people up here, it is losses. It is losses. It is losses. He's right here.
Yeah.
Sumudaerji is in the same thing. When he's fighting people below him, he's winning. When he's fighting people above him, he's losing. The issue is Sumudaerji isn't right here. Because if he was right here, it's a close fight.
Honestly, the drawing was helpful. The drawing was helpful.
He's not right here. Because if he was right here, Alex would be below him, and therefore it would be a win. Sumudaerji is right here. This is Sue. So he is losing. Erase that. He is losing to everyone above him. He is winning everyone below him. But if you look, this is above.
The line across.
Alex is above. Therefore, it is an L. And I can't explain that any better.
Honestly, the picture was incredibly helpful. Without the picture, made no sense. The picture was incredibly helpful.
How does Kevin Lee fit in all this?
No, we're not doing that. Guys,
I see holes in his game.
Jacob and I both picked Alex Perez here. We're picking the wily vet. We're picking the gentleman who just a couple of months ago was 1-4 in his last 5, but here he is as a slight favorite against another pretty tough guy. If you do want to check out the bets that we have, not only on this fight, but the UFC Freedom 250 fight card, the UFC Vegas 118 fight card, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. It's $10 for an entire month's worth of access to literally everything that we do.
I'm watching a Thunder game right now as well, and they're losing. Typical fucking.
Are they home or away?
Bets by me. They're at home. It's game 5. Here goes number 3. Spurs hit another 3.
Next up, at UFC Macau, we have, I think this is officially the newest fight added to the card. We have Jake Matthews taking on Carlston Harris. Jake Matthews was supposed to fight an elderly man. That man fell off. Carlston Harris, somewhat elderly himself, has stepped up on short notice. Jake Matthews, 22-8 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that bizarre loss to Neil Magny, taking on Carlston Harris, 19-7 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, riding back-to-back knockout losses. Jake Matthews, well-rounded guy. He's got solid wrestling, solid hands. He's got good striking technique, random power. I wouldn't call him powerful, but random power in the mix. Striking differential of 3-2, very real power. Coming off that ridiculous loss to Neil Magny, where the fight was stopped. The referee stopped the fight because he thought Jake Matthews submitted Neil Magny. Yes, you.
No, keep going what you're going to say.
Oh, because he submitted Neil Magny. The ref stops the fight, but then let the fight continue. So full adrenaline dump from Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews has to get himself going again, and then he ends up getting submitted in the 3rd round by Neil Magny. Yes, baby Ember.
I watched that back yesterday or the day before, whatever. I think that excuse is a little bit fucking overblown a little bit. Because, yeah, it seemed like but it wasn't like, it wasn't the anti-D'Elia versus Waldo where I was at that fight, where the guy's up on the cage celebrating, people are going crazy, and they're like, wait, what's going on? The fight was stopped. It looked like he stopped the fight. And then within 10 seconds, he was like, no, the fight's still going. And he's like, oh, and they went to the corner. I think, yeah, it was like a weird thing or whatever, but the whole like, oh, adrenaline dump, he thought he won. He wasn't running around celebrating up on the cage. He was like, wait, oh, okay. And they went back to the corner. So I think it's a little bit soft to use that as an excuse. That's my opinion after rewatching it.
Sure. And
in the moment, it was like, what? But if you watch it back, it was like, he stopped it and then immediately was like, no, the fight is still going. It's like, oh, okay.
How you can make the fight continue to go after you stopped it is the craziest part. But fine, even if you don't want to say
it was the right call
to make the fight keep going.
Yeah, because he was definitely not out.
Well, and clearly he ended up winning. So it ended up working out. And to your point, because I only set this up as I said the bizarre loss. I didn't say he lost because of that.
I know, but a lot of people want to spin it into be like, well, and I don't know what he said about it, but that's just after he watched. And
it's not if Neil won the very next round, that would be different. It was the 3rd round. Later in the 3rd round is where Neil found his win. So it's like,
typical Neil.
Plenty of time. He's taking on Carlston Harris. Well-rounded guy, pretty wild striking, but there is some random power in there. Very slick, opportunistic grappler, meaning he's not shooting beautiful takedowns and setting something up, but he will snatch something up in a scramble. He likes body locks, and as soon as you hit the mat, he is working towards something. He's coming off that knockout loss to Santiago Ponzinibbio. We were there. Didn't we see that?
I was there. Was that the one you went to?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Vegas fucking knocked out in the 1st round, I think.
Yeah, I remember it being horrific, like bad. Wasn't he laying there unconscious for an extremely long time?
Carlston ended up getting knocked out pretty good. Yeah, but he almost had
well, people were like, it was a TKO, not a knockout. And it's like, I did not go back and rewatch the fight because I'm like, I was there live. I don't need to go do that.
Yeah, it was a standing TKO.
Then, yeah, I must be remembering a different
fight. Yeah, it was the Rivas and...
Who did we see on that card just
No, he got knocked out cold by Chaos.
Maybe that's what it was. I'm reversing those two because I'm like, this dude was knocked out bad. Like, not just a little bit knocked out.
It was...
And either way...
Abdul Razak Al-Hassan versus Cesar Almeida.
That's who was unconscious for an exceptionally long time. Like,
yeah, he was
started
snoring.
to get quiet.
Yeah, that was that was the fight right before because Santiago and Carlston was a fucking co-main.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they were dragging Al-Hassan fucking out of that octagon.
And
pretty good card.
Frankly, I don't think the knockouts matter. Meaning, I'm not.
Oh my god, that was Puna knocked out Udos in that one. Jesus. That was C-Rod flipping me off on that one. Chris Kearns getting knocked out at the end. That was a good card.
I'm not using, Carlston Harris has been knocked out in his last 2 fights, so Jake Matthews will knock him out as the pick here. Jake Matthews is the pick. But Jake Matthews is the pick because he's the better overall fighter. He's younger. He's got more energy. He can move forward. He's the better wrestler. The grappling will be just fine. He's definitely the better striker. Like, I think Jake Matthews wins this fight everywhere. He was the one already on the card. This is his part of the world. Jake Matthews wins his fights, and the fact that he's still somewhat affordable here is a bit surprising. Carlston Harris is well past his prime. Jake Matthews is the pick. Frankly, there's definitely going to be some bets on him. There's already some bets on him. He's one of my more confident picks on this card. Are you showing your teeth because you're like, hey, look at my veneers, or because you're cringing at my breakdown?
No, it is everything. Anybody that says anything about Jake Matthews in this breakdown for this fight is going to be right. Like he's a better fighter. Jake Matthews is a very good fighter. He's a capable boxer. He's improving his striking. He's a good boxer. He's a good grappler. All that type of stuff. But something about Jake Matthews, like he's just never really kind of. It's like every time he's about to be that guy, like he just never takes that step to become the guy. The guy's been in the UFC for fucking. I mean, he's got like 20-something fights. I think it's like almost every single one of his pro fights. Like he's been in the UFC for fucking ever, and he should beat Carlston Harris. And I'm picking him to beat Carlston Harris. But Carlston Harris is a guy that like. He's going to fucking go for it. Like, this guy, he's an unorthodox guy that throws heavy fucking wild shit. And if you take a weird shot, he's a long dude that's got weird fucking submissions. And Jake Matthews has been fucking hurt before. He's been fucking submitted. He thinks he's a better striker than he is. Carlston's going to have the power advantage in the pocket and stuff. So I'm not going to be surprised if Carlston, like, finds, like, there's always that one person on the card that fucks it up for everybody, where everyone just assumes, like, this feels like the prototypical, like, oh yeah, Carlston sucks, we're going with Jake, put him in every parlay. And then the fight happens, everyone's like, holy fuck, what the hell's going on? Like, Jake could come in and just randomly, like, slow-pace box this guy for 15 minutes, not use his wrestling or grappling. We've seen that before. And in that type of fight, all of a sudden, Carlston lands a couple shots, and it's like, holy shit, who won that round? Who won that round? And it's a close fight. Or Jake starts using wrestling, grappling, and Carlston finds something. Like, it just feels like Jake should win this fight. I'm picking him to win the fight. He's the better fighter, but he thinks he's a better striker than he is. He's been caught with submissions on his own, and it just feels like this is one of those fights where people are like, yeah, Carlston sucks, so Jake wins. It's like, Carlston's going to give himself a shot. Like, and Jake doesn't have a lot of power in his hands. Like, it's not like he's going to come in and flat. He might, but like, Carlston's going to give himself a fucking shot. He's going to be live in this fight, so I don't know. Something feels weird about this one. Jake he's got to be the pick, obviously, but as far as like, oh, put him in every parlay, and he's going to smoke this guy, and Carlston sucks. It's like, Carlston's been getting knocked out, but like I said, that Ponzinibbio fight, he had Ponzinibbio basically knocked out in that fight. He gets knocked out by Chaos. We just saw Chaos do that again, 2 weeks ago, and so like, that's fucking Chaos. And we've seen him fucking outwork people before, so it's like, I don't know. It just, something feels weird.
Yeah, it's so you mentioned he gets to that point, he loses. There's always somebody on the card that blows it for everybody. It reminds me, have you seen that Instagram reel of a dude with Down syndrome with MMA gloves on making the walk? And the caption is just, an elite minus 500 fighter when I bet on him. It's that is kind of what does end up as a Matt Mirzakhanov.
I mean, this is one of those cards. We've had a lot of cards lately where it's been like a lot of, like, they've been kind of tough cards to be like, there's been a lot of close, but this is one where it's like, there's minus 350, there's a minus 600, there's a minus 500, and everyone's like, to try to get that value, they're parlaying 4, 5, 6, and it's like, those rarely, like, sometimes there's a card, but those rare, there's always somebody that fucks it up. You got to find the person that's going to fuck it up. And I think it could be Jake Matthews.
Yeah. Listen, I'm confident in Jake Matthews. There are other fighters I'm not as confident in that are heavy favorites. Some we talked about, some we haven't yet. I do think Jake Matthews gets this done. Because even in that Neil Magny loss, Neil Magny's a far better fighter than Carlston Harris is. And Jake got caught in that submission. He wasn't getting outworked by Neil Magny. He wasn't like losing that fight.
Was kind of a slow, methodical. It wasn't like he just fucking threw it in. It was like, here it comes.
No, it wasn't an instant caught, but he wasn't losing the fight. If that didn't happen, he wins on the scorecards. Like,
he did.
But he did. And even Carlston's win, like, over Jeremiah Wells. Jeremiah Wells was beating him. And then he found, what was it, an anaconda or something?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and look at the submissions that Jake is losing to.
Yeah.
Do that math for me.
I'm good here. I think Jake Matthews gets this. I'm pretty confident. I trust the odds. I'm good with what we have here. And I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted because you just sent me this picture. We were talking about pictures with fighters before, and you just sent me this. So I don't know. You're texting while I'm live. I don't know why you did that, but here's your height gauge. It's Jacob and Pantoja. I know Jacob was using Jan Blachowicz as the look how tall I am, but this is the reality of.
It would have been funny if you made it like believable. Like if you would have made that like we're the same size.
What's not believable here?
Yeah, I'm 3 foot tall, Angelo. If you would have made it so me and him are like actually the same size.
I didn't even make this. Somebody just said it to me right now. Listen,
whoever did that, they fucked up, because if they would have made it believable, they could have made it believable, but they didn't.
Yeah, like that softball picture that one of my teammates put together and sent out to the team group chat. Jacob and I are on the same side here. We are on different spectrums as far as confidence is concerned. I am far more confident than he is,
I'm a
but
giant.
Check out what the rest of the team
giant
has to say at WeWantPicks.com. Just click become a member top. It's $10 for full access to literally everything for an entire month. No upsell, no cross sell. You love it, you keep it, you hate it, you cancel. WeWantPicks.com. Next up, we have Kai Asakura taking on Cameron Smotherman. This is an interesting fight because Kai Asakura, who is winless in the UFC, is a 3-1 favorite here. Kai Asakura, 21-6 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, looking for that first UFC win. Cameron Smotherman, 12-6 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a 2-fight skid and a faceplant after weigh-ins. Kai Asakura was a 135-pounder. He came to the UFC, immediate title shot. Then he lost his follow-up fight, and now he's like, screw it, I'm back at 135 pounds. He dropped to 125, didn't work. Now he's back up. Now, was the weight cut the issue? Probably not, because in both of those fights, he was just bullied and dragged to the ground. But at this point, he wants to be comfortable. He's primarily a striker. He's fast. He's aggressive. He thrives in those pride-style rules with like knees and kicks to the head while on the ground. He has no problem getting after it violently. He is very creative. He has a ton of killer instinct. He never lets off the gas, and he puts himself in all sorts of positions to find that finish, but the takedown defense is absolute horrendous dog shit. We've seen him in his first 2 UFC fights. He's taking on Cameron Smotherman, a patient, accurate striker who's going to throw in combinations. He's not very busy, but he does manage that striking distance very well. His takedown defense is just okay, but if he ends up on the ground, he does not have much to offer. He's coming off that decision loss to Ricky Simone, where he was taken down 3 times, but he did make that competitive.
Speaking of takedowns.
What is that? Me submitting you? What am I looking at?
Me taking you down. You're falling backwards. It's me taking you down.
You are not. Never at any point was I even near my back. Not one time. How are you taking me down?
That's my arms wrapped around your leg and you going for a ride. Don't you
Stupid.
get it?
Your feet are facing the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to fucking cut that angle on you.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Top of your feet down. You're cutting angles. Top of the feet down.
Okay.
Is that
what
when I took your back?
One?
Is that when I took your back and submitted you? What I think about that, yeah, that's what I'm doing. My cartwheel, Angelo. Remember when I did a cartwheel for no reason?
Put some fucking respect on my name too.
What is that?
Hoop it up, Gus Macker, second all world, second place, all world.
Hoop it up, 3-on-3. Listen, Cameron Smotherman just face planted at the UFC 324 weigh-ins, and while that doesn't completely matter here, it kind of does. He hasn't fought in a very long time. The last time he cut weight, things did not go well for him. And the reality is Kai Asakura needs to go to Dagestan for a couple of years and be forgotten about, and then he can come back because his striking is unbelievably good. His takedown defense is horrendously bad. He should not be losing to old Tim Elliott. Now, I picked Tim Elliott to beat him. I did it. I picked him to bin because I was like, we just saw this gentleman get pushed around and taken out. We just saw it with our own eyes. Why would that not happen again? And it did happen again. But this is a very different matchup. This is striker versus striker. And as Jacob said, and as the letter said that we read earlier, you're going to pick the striker in a mostly striking matchup. That's what we have. Cameron has exactly 0 recorded takedown attempts in the UFC. And I'm actually sure he's going to try to shoot a takedown in this fight, but I don't think it's going to work well for him. Kai Asakura is going to be the pick. I think Kai Asakura gets his first win. I'm not betting on a winless dude at minus 253. So another spot where I'm probably going to leave it alone because I don't love the odds. But Kai Asakura is the better fighter at the things that Cameron Smotherman
Stroke this dick, cuzzo!
Wants to do. Who do you think
SGA
wins this fight, Jacob?
Tie game. Listen, I'm a big fan of Cameron Smotherman, and this is a good matchup for both these guys. Like this is a striker versus striker matchup. They've been fighting wrestlers. Now they can fight somebody that's strike. You said that Cameron's not gonna fucking shoot a takedown. He doesn't give a fuck about shooting a takedown on Kai. I will say Kai should have the speed advantage. He should be the better, like kind of in and out, more dynamic striker. I'm going to pick Kai as much as I hate it because he is going to be a little bit more live with the footwork and stuff like that. Like Cameron can be that guy, but he's talked about it before. Like he likes to be that guy that plants his feet, looks for the big counters. And Kai better be fucking careful, man, because this could be one of those situations where it's like, oh, Kai's touching him, and he's in and out, and he's getting confident, and the crowd's loving it, and he's feeling like he's the Kai of old, like okay, now I can showcase what I'm doing. All of a sudden, Cameron sits on one of those hooks and catches him in the pocket and fucking flat. Like Cameron's got fucking power. He's got fucking power in his hands, and he's gonna sit on his fucking. He's gonna plant his feet. He's gonna sit in the pocket. And he's gonna try to land the power, but if he doesn't find that shot, I think he just gets style on. He just looks for that shot too much. Like he's a good boxer, and Adrian Yanez has talked about like in training, in whatever, he can be that in and out and pump the jab with the footwork. But when he gets in these fights, he plants his feet and he looks for the counters. And I think he's going to be a little bit too inactive to win a decision. And I think we've seen him be flatlined before. Like we've seen Cameron get hurt and touched. Not that saying we haven't seen it from Kai as well, but. I think it's going to be a speed and activity thing, but Kai better be careful. Like he better don't hang out in the pocket versus Cameron Smotherman because he's a capable striker. He's a good striker with good power. But unfortunately I do have to go Kai here, and it should just be a speed footwork type of situation. So just is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, we're both on the Kai side. Do you think these odds are good, or do you think it's a little wide?
I bet Kai at these odds.
Minus 253. Yeah. I'm just a little worried that he wanted out of his UFC contract. He asked to be released and they said no. And then they let him go up and wait. So he actually might be like, fuck it, I'm going to lose and I'm going to go back to Japan and I'll make $1 gazillion to fight over there in a ring and not deal with this bullshit. I don't think he would do that. I think he has too much respect for himself and his career to just lose a fight on purpose. But this is a guy that doesn't want to be here, which gives me a little bit of concern, but he's the better fighter, so he should win this fight. $9,000 in DraftKings Fantasy. You're going to need to finish there. Again, kind of a tricky situation. He might find that finish. Kai Asakura winning, Manel Kopp winning in a few weeks, Kai getting another win after that. Like, there is a future for him here. He just needs to find the appropriate weight class and string a couple of things together. Go to the website. We have a whole suite of tools, picks, bets, artificial intelligence. If you've thought about signing up and just didn't because you don't like the idea of signing up and paying for pick, don't pay for the picks. Pay for the tools. Pay for the artificial intelligence.
Our tools. Trust your reads.
It's $10 freaking dollars. You sign up right now, it's $10. In 2 weeks, when the UFC White House card is here and you have every tool at your disposal and you have the artificial intelligence and the litany of bets, you'll be in a good position. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We have a $5 super chat from Rusty Moore. Is it wild that DK hasn't voted the Teixeira leg on a parlay yet? The fight's been canceled for 4 days, and a new fight ain't even on DK yet. Bullshit ass app. Yeah, DK is lagging behind because I made all these graphics, so I had to go to the DraftKings Fantasy website to pull the salaries, and it wasn't there yet. It's funny because when there is a week off, it screws everything up. All the cadences, the timing, everything is completely screwed up because they have had an appropriate amount of time to put this together and they didn't. So I'm with you. It's a bit surprising and annoying that everything hasn't been updated. Sportsbook wise, I don't use DraftKings because I live in Texas, and the book that we use is up to date almost instantly. It's the first to market. But DraftKings Fantasy not being updated yet, it's a pretty good indication that their sportsbook side is not up to date. So thank you for that super chat. Next up, at UFC Macau, we have the featured fight of the evening. This is a good fight card. The main card is a good main card. If you wake up, let's say you're like, I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning for this bullshit, and you wake up at a regular time, and you get that main card, 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, you've got some really good fights ahead of you. And this is another one. We got a couple of top 10 heavyweights. Sergei Pavlovich taking on Tallison.
You preloaded this by saying this is a great fight?
I said it's a pretty good fight. This is a good main card. What makes this a good fight is they will slug it out. Somebody will get knocked out.
They?
And it matters for the division.
Tallison literally did not slug it out his last fight. Boring fuck.
It matters. He's not going to take down Sergei. It matters for the division.
Tries.
These are top 10 heavyweights. This fight matters. Sergei Pavlovich, 20-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on that 2-fight win streak, taking on Tallison Teixeira. 9-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off that bounce back win over Tai Tuivasa. Sergei Pavlovich, this dude is all hands. He's not going to throw a kick. There is some wrestling in the mix. You don't see a ton of it, but the wrestling is there. But he's lightning fast, especially for his size, and he has insane power. He's only been taken down one single time so far in the UFC, and he does have some offensive takedowns. He just beat Waldo Cortez Acosta, and just raw speed was the difference in that matchup. Taking on Tallison Teixeira. This guy's tremendous. 6'7", 6'8", depending on what platform you're looking at the measurements on. He's been running through everybody that isn't Derek Lewis. You could say he ran through Tai Tuivasa, but that fight was sloppy as shit, and it's a rare instance where a win plummeted his stock. When he was knocked out by Derek Lewis, people were like, all right, it's Derek Lewis. That's what he does. And then when he fought to death's door with Tai Tuivasa, people were like, this guy sucks. That win literally reduced the respect that the community had for him and his fighting abilities. The reality is, Tallison's a big dude. He can be a killer. He moves forward. He throws hands. He can work in takedowns if he needs to. He uses his size pretty well, but he's going to get knocked out here. He's going to get knocked out here. Sergei Pavlovich has only lost 3 fights in the UFC. The dude lost to Alistair Overeem in 2018 when that guy was that guy. Then he had the flash knockout to Tom Aspinall, and then he struggled with the range of Volkov. Those are 3 respectable losses, and all 3 of them, including Alistair Overeem today, would smoke Tallison Teixeira. Sergei Pavlovich is too fast, too powerful, too dangerous. I just can't see Tallison having the success here. He might shoot takedowns from way too far away because he's nervous. Far takedowns just set him up to be knocked out even sooner. Sergei Pavlovich is the pick. Seems very straightforward, and you can see the line movement, as in most people. This is the most confident pick on the card as far as the community is concerned at 96%. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I get it. Definitely it's a thick-ass price for Sergei, heavyweights, minus 600. Anything can really happen, but Tallison's, he's just not very good. We try to warn you guys with the Derek Lewis fight. He's got some of the worst striking defense you've ever seen. Good game plan against Ty, came in, shot the takedown immediately, realized I can take this guy down. But as we've seen, honestly, Angelo, if you fought Tai Tuivasa, that might be the biggest bet of my life. Would be, do you think that you could take down Tai Tuivasa and win that fucking fight?
If you let me run a couple of laps to improve the cardio by this much, yes, I would beat Tai Tuivasa.
My God, Jesus Christ. So, laying on top of Tai Tuivasa for 15 minutes, it is what it is. I've never been a big Tallison guy. Like, somebody's like, oh, he's a dangerous striker. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Sergei's the better striker. If Sergei gets caught with something, he gets caught with something. But Tallison sucks.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're on the same page there. The odds are indicated as well. There are some bets on this fight. If you're trying to find some value, you can go ahead and jump onto a prop. I think Sergei's an okay parlay piece. I get it. He's a heavyweight. Heavyweights and women are risky, but I don't think this is a very
heavyweight
risky
women. Did you see those girls behind the bench at the Spurs game? What'd you think about them?
The one that was doing this on purpose and then even looked down to make sure they were moving the way she wanted to move.
Yeah, I saw them like the first whatever, and then I saw like the close-up pictures of them. Ugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not great.
And that's
Too
why
fucked up. Face
that's
fucked.
why
One of the girls is like 23, and it's like she looks like she's fucking like 35 already. It's like fucking Jesus Christ.
Well, that's why it's very important that she
throw the bag on, throw the fucking face into the headboard, and get after it. But my God,
the line here is a bit wide, but not insane. There is still value. We do still have some bets. And if you want to check out all the bets, not just this fight or this fight card, we have bets built out for the future. Every tool that we have is built out for the future. Everything we offer is $10 for an entire month. There are no packages. There's now an extended period with a discount. It's $10 a month or $100 for a whole year, $300 for the entire existence for all of life. But it's no tiered. You're not going to get, $10 for the bets, 10 for DFS. And $10 for everything. We want picks.com. We do have this. It's not a super chat but it's from Big Maple Bets. We'll read it. Angelo, did you just hack me? I got a notification that someone redeemed a shitload of rewards points from my cell phone provider for Uber Eats gift cards. I am banned from Uber. I'm a DoorDash man. If somebody stole your DoorDash points, that's possible. Not Uber. Fuck them. Next up, at UFC Macau, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Mingyang taking on Alonzo Menafield. Mingyang 19-7 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off his lone UFC loss, taking on Alonzo Menafield, 17-6 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that 4th knockout loss of his career. Mingyang, this guy's dangerous as hell. He can find finishes on the feet or on the ground. He's going to come forward. He's going to swing heavy. He's going to bomb away. His UFC fight style is a little different than his non-UFC fight style. In the UFC, he's mostly a striker. Outside the UFC, he was mostly a grappler. And he has a bunch of TKO wins, but a lot of those were on the ground and not standing. He has an excellent 100% finish rate, and that is split between knockouts and submissions, but almost everything is on the ground. He is coming off that loss where his legs were chopped out from underneath him, and then that fight was finished. He's taking on Alonzo Menafield. At this point in his career, he's an aging vet. He does have some lingering power, but the speed's not really there. He lunges in a bit too much. There is some solid fight IQ. He's always looking to knock your head off. His striking can be wild, can be a bit sloppy. The power is undeniable, though. And when Alonzo's coming forward and being the aggressor, he's very dangerous, but you can't always trust the decision-making on his side or his chin. He's coming off that first-round knockout loss to Volkan Ozdemir. Mingyang's an interesting guy because the stock rise and fall was nuts. Like, he was a couple of wins into his UFC career. It was like, this guy, huge favorite. He should dominate Johnny Walker. He's the man. He got kicked in the legs twice, and all of us were like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was set up much like this one is. I was set up to be like, this is the new guy, light heavyweight. Yeah. Had him, give him the chinny Johnny Walker, and then it was like, what the hell just happened? Like the crowd for that fight was like, when he got finished, it was like so quiet in there. It was like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, he got finished with leg kicks. Like, he full-blown quit. His legs got kicked 3 times. He made no adjustments whatsoever, and that was the end of that fight. So now I have to question the guy's durability. I have to question, like, I don't want to say question his heart, but, like, you know, change the stance, bomb away, something. If this fight goes long, what the hell are we going to get? He has a 100% finish rate. And Alonzo Menafield is random, dude. He could obviously be knocked out. We've seen it more and more as of late. Or he'll randomly beat an Omar Sy, where he's clean and he's durable and he's just the better fighter. I do think Zhang's going to get the finish here. I think he's just too big, too long, and I think he's going to come forward and find the spot. But, like, I just watched this dude lose a fight that he was supposed to win, and he lost from a couple of leg kicks. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, this is. I know people hate Johnny Walker, but that's a big ass motherfucker. That's very dangerous. Shot a takedown immediately. Zhang handled it. You know, and credit to him. He started having success with the long leg kicks and stuff like that, and was able to capitalize on it. And Zhang went down or whatever. But Alonzo is kind of a smaller, like, he's a thick, like, light heavyweight and stuff like that. But I've seen Alonzo at LA Fit, like, he's not much taller than me. Like, I'm 6'2", you know, is what it is. But I did see Alonzo one time at the at LA Fitness. I was walking because he's like, we live in Dallas. He's a Dallas guy or whatever. I was walking, you know, just walking to LA Fitness, and I was like, holy shit, that was fucking Alonzo. I was like, that's Alonzo Menafield. He's not a very tall gentleman. So this is definitely a much different fight than a 6'6" Johnny Walker who can extend with those calf kicks and is going to be dangerous and do wild shit. Like, Alonzo is definitely much more of a measured type of methodical fighter. And if he comes in and has that methodical approach and is able to withstand the early shots from Zhang and this fight extends, obviously there's going to be a little bit of a worry, you know. And Zhang, somebody said on Twitter, like, oh, Zhang's been finished 6 times. I'll take Alonzo Menafield and stuff like that. Like, I think that before the Johnny Walker fight, the last time he was finished was in like 2019, I think, as like that makes him like a 20-year-old. Like, this guy's still only 27 years old. So yeah, he was getting finished as like literally a fucking teenager on the regional Chinese scene and stuff like that. But he's been pretty dialed in. He's a well-rounded guy. And Alonzo Menafield, 38 years old, has been getting finished and stuff like that. I just don't think Zhang is not Umar Sy, who's going to let him play that methodical game and you know, whatever. Like, he's going to come in with big elbows, with big shots. And if Alonzo weathers it, he weathers it. But I don't think he's going to weather it. I think this is a good bounce-back spot for Zhang. You want to take the Johnny Walker and be worried about it. I think it's a completely different fight, completely different fighter, stuff like that. It happened. It is what it is. But I think the UFC knew what they were doing in this match. Or they thought they knew what they were doing with the Johnny Walker one. And he honestly landed some decent shots. Like, it's not like he didn't have any success. Like, he had good grappling success. He landed some decent shots, and he was moving forward the whole time and stuff. It's just Johnny was long and able to land the calf kick. But I think they knew what they were doing here with Macau. Okay, let's give him another shot. Co-main event against a 38-year-old Alonso and see what happens. I got to take Xiong here, and it is what it is.
Zhang's issue in the Johnny Walker fight is he showed his cards. Soon as that first leg kick hit and he reacted like that, it was like, you idiot. And I know it's hard not to react, but it's like, soon as Johnny saw that, he's like, oh.
Yeah, and he's a little bit stubborn. Like he could have, I think
Changed
Johnny too is like
stance,
such a
mix it
big
up.
guy. Yeah, I mean he could have shot takedowns and stuff like that, but I think it was like, let me just try to force this knockout now, and then all of a sudden it was a little bit too late. So yeah, you live and you learn. Like he's still only 27 years old, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, and frankly, I mean, your breakdown might be perfect. I'm a little nervous because I saw what happened in his last fight. He got broken by the leg kicks. And I agree, it's going to be a different fight, different range, all of that. So we might be getting the discount of a lifetime. And this might be the last time he is anything like this in a fight. So minus 240 might be a great price. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on that, but this is an interesting co-main event. The energy on the broadcast is going to be bumping. We have two Chinese fighters back to back, a co-main event. If he finds the win, and then you get Song Yadong walking out the next fight, like this is going to be a good card to watch with some coffee chilling. Like it's going to be fun. I'm genuinely looking forward to it.
And one of the easiest ways to get knocked out is telegraphing a calf kick, by the way, too. So if Alonso comes in and is like somebody who's like in the chat is like, yeah, all you have to do is like beat his leg up, just chop that tree. It's like, okay, yeah, telegraph a calf kick and let me know how it goes. Like that's people get knocked out left and right when they're like, oh, here comes a calf kick. Like if that's the game plan, like let me just come in and just start. It's like good luck because he's not 6'6", where he can kind of like just throw calf kicks at range and stay out of range. Like it's a little bit different.
This should be fun though. I'm looking forward to this fight. And I'm looking forward to making a couple bucks. And if you want to join us, I made money on the last card. Bet Sam's up like 28 units on the year. He had 4 units up on the last card, some shit like that. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. Quite literally the greatest service this space has ever seen. That's an objective fact. There's nothing to debate.
This would have happened.
What happened?
Basil Hafez failed her drug test. Never would have.
Not with that back. With that back, he failed the drug test. That is crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. Next up, at UFC Macau, we have the main event of the evening. The gentleman that this card was built around. We have Yadong Song taking on Davison Figueiredo. Yadong Song.
Song Yadong. Come on.
I say Song Yadong, but it actually is Yadong Song.
No, just say Song Yadong.
Listen, that's the American in me. Yadong Song, 22-9 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision loss to Sean O'Malley. Taking on Davison Figueiredo, 25-6 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision loss to Umar Nurmagomedov. We all know Song Yadong at this point. He's a
Did you pick
striker.
Figgy to win that fight?
Umar, yeah. It was documented as such, but for sure. Yeah. Independent third party documented that as an objective fact. So that couldn't be wrong. Yadong Song, technical striker. This guy moves pretty well. He hits really hard. He's athletic. He's fast. He is hittable, though. You can touch him, but he moves, and he stays moving, and he throws with intent, and he'll mix in some offensive takedowns. And what he does do really well is even if you're going to push a grappling game plan, he doesn't get gun shy. He's not afraid to throw his hands while there might be a takedown behind it. He's just going to trust the takedown defense and his ability to get up. He is coming off that loss to Sean O'Malley, where he had 3 of his own takedowns after mixing it up. He's taking on Davison Figueiredo, the former flyweight champion of the world who moved up to bantamweight later in his career. Since moving up to bantamweight, we have seen some cardio improvements, but also a much higher focus on wrestling. He has 13 takedowns in his last 7 fights, and that was basically more than his entire career at 125 combined. He's a well-rounded guy. He's dangerous everywhere. He's got power in his hands, well-timed takedowns, BJJ black belt. There's some dog in him, but he's 38 years old. All of those things are declining rapidly. He's starting to slow down. He did just lose to Umar Nurmagomedov, but I will say, I picked Umar. I was unbelievably confident in Umar. I sat here and said, this is like the easiest pick on planet Earth. And I think we would all agree that Figgy did better in that fight than we thought he would. Now, he didn't win the fight and didn't even win a round, but I think he had a much better showing than we all thought he would have. He defended 4 of the takedowns. He had a handful of solid exchanges, but that fight is not this fight. Song Yadong is such a good striker. Song Yadong could wrestle if he wants to. Figgy likes to bully. he's not going to bully Song. Song is just too big, too strong, too clean of a striker, and can mix in the wrestling. So this is definitely a Song win. I'm pretty confident in him to get the win. It's, I went back, I watched the Sean O'Malley fight in person, or like in real time. I felt like Sean did not win, right? I felt like it was kind of close. Probably should have given it to Song. Rewatching it, and maybe it's because I know the outcome. Rewatching it, it seemed much closer to a 2-1. Like, okay, I get it. He did win that fight. It was close, but Sean won that fight. But I'm pretty confident in Song here. I hate that the odds are starting to get away from us here, but Song should win. Davison is just being used at this point for the local guy to get a win headlining a card in his country. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I mean, this should be, it seems like it should be pretty cut and dry, and maybe that's how it plays out. But, I mean, Figgy's always gives himself opportunities in fights. Like, he still carries that power. We've seen Song hurt before. We've seen him cut up before. We've seen Song offensive wrestle, and Figgy's always live for those scrambles and that wild guillotine and stuff like that. And I will say this. I'm going to pick Song Yudong. He should be safe in this fight. He's good enough to win this fight. And Figgy is just a low-volume guy that slows down as the fight goes, which should favor 5 rounds, main event, all that type of stuff. Because I don't see him finishing Song Yudong. So as the fight goes, it should favor Song Yudong in the fight. But I will say Song Yudong is cocky enough and fights with enough bravado that he can put himself in bad positions. Like, he will egotistically wrestle. He will stay in the pocket and throw for no reason, even though he's got footwork and a nice jabbing. But, like, he's a very confident, cocky type of fighter. So I would not be surprised in the slightest if he comes in and does something fucking stupid early to where everyone is like, whoa, 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 like, whoa, like, what are you doing? Like, that type of stuff. But other than that, he should be, it should be pretty cut and dry fight. Like, I like Figgy, and if there's grappling early especially, he's going to be live for any type of weird shit to happen. But if you're Song Yudong, I don't know if he's going to do it, but, pump the jab out there, pump the jab out there, pump the jab out there, get to the second round, and then start throwing some more combinations, get to the third round, and then you can kind of do whatever you want to do in that type of fight. You should be able to, so, but it seems like Song, this is another one of those.
Oh, God.
Another one of those situations where you go up and down the record of a Song Yudong, and he's beating people he should beat. A Henry Cejudo, the eye poke, Chris Gutierrez or Ricky Simone, losing to the Piotr Jans, losing to the Sean O'Malleys, losing to the Corey Sandhagens, just wherever you think Figgy, because Figgy, he can punch up. So, but I'm going to Song Yudong.
Yeah, we're both on the Song side here. This could be a fun fight. Figgy's no pushover. You don't just run through the guy. Now, we've seen him get broken before, but we saw him break at 125 pounds when he was just getting older, cutting way too much weight, and that was a different version of Brandon Moreno. This is a fun fight. It's a good main event. This matters for its division. The co-main event has some impact on its division. The featured fight certainly has an impact on this division. This is a sneaky good card. Time isn't great.
A couple years ago, he made... I know it's Garbrandt, but he made him look stupid.
Who, Figgy?
Yeah.
Yeah, UFC 300. He just fucking pushed him around like an asshole. He made him look real dumb in that fight. So this is a good fight. I'm looking forward to this card. It's nice to have fights back. And if you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, you want yourself a little companion during the fights. I'm not talking about Jacob's live stream. I'm talking about the freaking AI. I'm talking about the tools. I'm talking about everything that we offer on the website. It's only $10 for an entire month. And that month window gets you the White House card. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Guys, thank you for being here. Genuinely. We had a week off, getting back into the rhythm. We appreciate every last one of you. It's nice. A week off is nice on paper.
I hate it.
I was going to say, it's nice on paper because you're like, all right, cool. I can just chill and I don't have to worry about, I need to do this spreadsheet. I need to do that. I have to watch the fights. I have to film this. Did I film it? Did I upload it? Did we win? Did we lose? What am I going to say? All of that stress is gone. But everything else comes in where it's like, oh, I don't have my routine. I don't have my favorite sport to watch. What the hell is even on a Saturday?
I've jerked off this weekend more than I had in months. I'm talking months. I'm dry. I'm still recovering. I'm still a little dehydrated.
Yeah, get it.
What am I supposed to do on a Saturday night? I was watching some basketball, just fucking slaying my shit.
to the players?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Especially because we're
Guys-
losing bets. I got to pump up the fucking the morale a little bit, you know.
Guys, you want to set something for the vlog? We got a couple of vlogs coming up. We got the UFC Freedom 250 card. We'll film a vlog for that. I'm probably doing RAF this Saturday. Film a vlog for that. We have the UFC 239, 229. What the hell? 329? What the hell is it? 330? Whatever it is. The Conor McGregor card.
I may
coming up.
actually go to RAF. I don't know.
Let me know.
I don't know.
I need that. We needed a heads up so I can
like the last card, like the last 2 a.m. card, like that was a good, like that was a fight like Perth, like that was a fucking banger card. And I keep looking at the prelims for this one. I'm like, damn. Like I think I fell asleep at like 11, woke up at 1, 2 hours sleep. I was sitting here like at fucking like 6 a.m. like fucking just absolutely dying. It ruined not only my Saturday but my Sunday as well. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys want me to stream, let me know. It's pretty 50-50 right now. Like going into that Perth card, it was like fucking like 85-15. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking.
The Perth main event was huge. The Perth main event was like a very big. This is a good main event, but the Perth main event was like a huge fight.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know.
The Perth main event 6 months ago was a title fight, like a big fight. So I get it. But if you want to send something for the vlog, here's the address. We want picks, P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas, 75078. I mentioned all the crap. Check out all the crap on the website. We're going to open up one more card. I went ahead. I bought a $150 repack before presenting screen. Move to other screen. What's the problem? Before presenting screen, remove other media. Oh, I got to take this off and put this on. All right. Here we go. This is a $150 pack.
Hold on. Let's let him guess. What do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be you get females a lot. You just got what? A Holly? Was that? No, you got
no, I just got
Man and Faro.
Man and Faro.
Hold on, let me feel on this one a little bit.
Do I have a lot of I don't think I get a lot of women.
Let me feel on it a little bit.
I got the Glover card, which I have in my physical possession right now. I have the over there, I have the Randy Couture card in my possession. I sold a bunch of others. I'm sitting on the Bo Nickel card. Just in case he wins at White House, maybe it's worth more.
Let me fucking feel on it.
Oh, I did. I had the signed Diony Barboza, right? Something like that.
I think this might be a Gagey.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if you called it.
I think it's a Gagey.
I'm gonna be real pissed because I spent. This is my money. This isn't XP. This isn't we gave you free shit. This is my money in here. Now I earned this money from opening packs and selling the cards immediately. But this is my money. So if I spend $150 and it's worth less than that, I'm actually gonna be pretty fucking annoyed.
I think it's a
Here
Gagey.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Don't fuck me. Don't do it. I look at the value before the card. $120. Bilal Muhammad. That's not awful. He fights in a couple of weeks too. That's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
All right, chat. What do we do here? I'm going to ask the chat. Do I sell this right now for $108? I lost 42
Sell
bucks.
it. Let's crack a few more.
Do I? All right, fuck it. Let's just fucking sell it. Jesus Christ.
Let's crack a few more.
All right, $108. I lost 40.
Hide your screen and buy a couple more.
So, all right, here's the option. We can buy one single $150 pack or two $60 packs.
No, do another big one.
Jesus.
Pussy.
Right. We're going to buy it with the money, this money that we just got, $150. What a...
Now the Gagey's
Come on, hurry up. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on. I'm feeling on this one, man.
The problem is
I just felt it. I got a tingle.
Well, it's taken a good hour. Here we go.
I got a tingle.
I am worried that I used up all my good cards. I had a $700 card, a $400 card, and a couple of 180s. I like the odds of me getting another really good card. That good.
I feel the tingle.
Hold on. I'm going to pull up a picture of the card I opened the other day. Was it
Somebody
700?
said Angela Hill, Clay Guida.
Am I misremembering?
Strickland.
I did it on my computer. I texted it to you. Where's the text? Please hold. I'm looking for it.
was
Where's
like a
the
$400.
screenshot?
I already looked at it.
Was it 4?
Yeah, it
So
was
I've
a
had-
split one.
I've had 2 $400-something cards. Where is it?
It was a Strickland and Pereira.
Oh, it was Strickland and Pajeda. That's right. I can't find it now, dude. We text a fucking shit ton. All right, let's open it. Here we go.
I think it's a good one.
I'm gonna be annoyed if it's not.
I think it's a good one.
Here we go.
If it's a Kangjie, I'd drop my pants right now. 2 expulsion.
What do we got?
Oh my God!
Piece of shit. It's Israel Adesanya. It's worth $136. That's not awful, but I'm
Sell
down.
it. Let's go again.
All right, let's sell it.
Sell it. Let's go again. Do another one.
So, all right.
We're getting hot. Do another one. Yeah.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
Yeah, do it again. Come on now.
This is the problem.
We go again. We go again.
They're fucking.
This is the big one. I felt it. This one hit the
300?
gooch.
No, 153, $450 worth of cards in 10 minutes.
We're getting better. We're building.
We are
I
building.
feel it in the gooch.
All right, this is it.
No, this is not it. It could be it, but it might not be it.
If it's not it, we're done. I'm shutting this
No,
shit down. We're done.
no.
You have to know when to stop. You have to know when
No,
to stop.
no. Come
You have to know
on.
when to stop.
Come on.
Fuck this. bullshit.
Yeah.
Kimbo Slice.
Man.
How is Kim? I said fuck this bullshit because I saw the dollar amount first. Objectively, I lost, right? I spent 150. I got 75.
Let's go.
But
That's
why
a
is it-
win.
I'm gonna keep a Kimbo.
Sell
Slice
it. Go
card.
again.
No. I'm keeping. I'm gonna have this.
Go
next
again.
I have $80.
Go one more.
We'll buy one more. I can buy one more.
Let's go again.
I'm keeping the Kimbo Slice card.
Kimbo, baby.
What a joke this is.
Huh?
What an absolute joke. I am keeping the Kimbo Slice card. That's a good card.
You
What
know
is
that
so
Kimbo
slow?
is better than any card I've gotten.
Oh, I'm keeping the Kimbo Slice card. It's a cool card. Why is it not? Let's go. Load. This is the universe is like, dude, chill.
We go again.
All right, here we go. $60 pack because we're out of money. Let's buy it right now. I'll use my wallet money.
Come on. And then we can, if this is 100, if this is more than 150,
No,
we're selling it and we're getting another pack.
No,
We're rolling it in.
That's stupid.
We're rolling it in.
We're not doing because by doing it.
Oh
that
my
way,
God, it's a female. I felt it. There it is again. I smell it.
By doing it that way.
There it is again. I just smelled it.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, no lead up, click, bang.
It's a Bueno Silva. It's a female. Come on, baby.
50.
Oh!
It's a Hamzat card. I don't understand the values of these cards. I don't
Here
understand.
we go. Sell it, we go again.
No, I'm not selling it. I'm going to keep
Sell
the
it, we
Hamzat.
go again.
I'm keeping both these cards. We're ending the stream.
God.
Thank you guys for being here. Genuinely. Any words for the people before I shut this shit down?
Sell it and we go again.
I'm going to keep this card. This is a cool card. I'm going to keep this card. Plus, he's the world champion. Why is this only worth? How is this only 54?
What do you mean he's the world champion?
Oh, yeah, he just lost. Whoops. He's going to be the world champion again.
In what weight class? Sell it, we go again.
We're not doing that. I'm keeping that.
No, get rid of this one. You don't want this one.
I want
one more. One more. You don't want it. You don't want it. Okay, I'll give you one. Sell it and we go again. One more. Come on. I'll give you a Chim. I've got so many cards. I got thousands of cards. I'll give you a Chim IF card. Sell it, we go again.
But it's different getting one from
Please.
you. It's different getting one from you and earning
Holy
it on
shit,
here.
you sold it. What an idiot. We go again.
I'm out
Come
of money.
on.
This is it. I'm out of money. I'm down to 13.
No, you're going to get a good one. You're going to sell it and roll it back into it.
We started with like 300.
Come on.
13. Here we go. I'm not even, no lead up, no bullshit. Just take my money. There's nothing good in here. Just take my money. Get it over with.
Yeah, sell it, we go again. Irene Aldana, baby. Sell it and we go again.
I am going to do
Sell it and we go again.
Insanely disappointing.
Let's go. One more. Let's go.
It's my last
We're
nickel.
building now.
$63. I'm down to $3.05.
So we need at least $57 card here. We need at least a $57 card here. Sell it, we go again. Stroke that shit, cuzzo.
If it's over 100, we're done.
Stroke that shit, cuzzo. Come on. Are you sweating like me?
I'm very disappointed in myself. $61.
Oh, yeah. We're on a fucking roll. Sell it, we go again.
There's not enough money.
Add the funds. Get the card. Get your credit.
No,
Tiffany, bring his wallet in here.
We are done. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Genuinely appreciate you. I'll show you that Kimbo slice when I get it mailed to me. Good luck this weekend. Maybe we'll see you on the stream. Maybe we won't. Adios, muchachos.